Welcome, beautiful people. Do not be fooled by the... God, I'm really fucking close to the camera, aren't I? Do not be fooled by that little theme thing with the fucking Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers thingy. We are playing Ever Crisis tonight. I'll talk more about this whole theme thing in a minute. You guys will see there's a lot... Did I just say you girls? You guys. Or you girls. Fucking, why is it gendered? Anyway, you beautiful people will see there's a lot of new stuff. I just got it all set up. I'm not sure about it yet, but yeah, you'll see. We'll see that in a minute. Alright, how's everybody doing? I'm doing alright. My leg hurts like a bitch since this morning, and I'm not quite sure what happened. It's like from the, my hip all the way down to my knee, and it sort of feels like a nerve thing. You know when your nerve gets pinched or some shit, which is kind of worrying. I'm not quite sure how that happened. I did party some last night, so probably related. I remember everything, and I don't remember actually hurting my leg. But anyway, it's fine. What's a little bit of pain, right? Means you're alive. What the fuck am I saying? Ignore this. Alright, friends. Tonight we are playing Ever Crisis. We're playing it, I've been doing a few Ever Crisis streams, kind of like live streams, unannounced, where I actually play the game. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you've caught one of these, this is not what tonight is. Tonight is part of our regular schedule of the project. Big project of comparing all three versions, and there's actually some really exciting stuff coming up. As you guys know, Ever Crisis is this fairly recent addition to the VII universe. It was on mobile initially. There's no Steam port. That's the one we're going to be playing tonight. And of course, the question is, we know that Remake Rebirth is 8 or 2 different timelines from the OG. And my personal bet is that Ever Crisis is going to diverge as well. But so far in the story, it's been extremely close to OG. There are a few differences. We meet Yafi at an earlier point than we possibly could in OG, and the meeting goes differently, somewhat. And there's the whole thing about Sephiroth being left-handed that I keep rambling on about on these streams. But like I was saying, if you were here, when was it that we discussed this? Was it Tuesday or was it last week? Anyway, there's my pal VII Memphis, who's one of the Knights of the Round, our little community of Ever Crisis Twitch people, pointed out to me that it's actually probably just a matter of asset optimization, meaning that since you have Cloud being right-handed and a swordsman, and a lot of like the animations that we're gonna need are the same as those they need for Sephiroth, that's probably why we see Sephiroth in OG being right-handed. But Vito's point is that in the cutscenes he seems to be left-handed. We'll be on the lookout for that when we play OG, of course, and that even in the old Nomura art, you can see that he's left-handed. Which actually, I've been meaning to check this out. Old Nomura arts. I'll get back to you guys on this. Anyway, this might be me overthinking shit, but as you'll see tonight, there is some some real, or well, you guys will make up your own mind. But I do think that there's one thing specifically that we're gonna be seeing tonight that is probably not an insignificant change, but we'll discuss that when we get there. I have a bunch of shit as well on my little notes here that will again, I'll actually talk about that when we get there. It's about if you were there when we were playing OG, Ojo is in Costa del Sol, and I messed up and I did not go talk to him before I moved forward with the story. So I went and checked out all the dialogue, and I've got a few little notes on what he actually says, and since we're going to be seeing the same scene tonight, that's when I'll tell you guys about it. And I have something... It's really great, writing down notes if you can't remember what the fuck they're about. At least I can read myself, which is, not a, that was not a given. But yeah, I have Shinra Dude written, and I have no idea what the fuck that is supposed to be. No memory of writing that down whatsoever. Shinra Dude? I don't know. Anyway, like I always say when we do this, so play Ever Crisis, but just go through the story. Just a little heads up, fair warning, I'll try and remember to say it at again during the stream at some point. But it's a little weird what we're doing here, right? Like, we're going to be going through the story mode with my Ever Crisis account, and I've been, not bragging, I'm just saying, I've been playing since day one. I've been playing an awful fucking lot. I've not lost that much stamina, which means that even though I'm free to play, I've never spent actual money on the game. My characters are ridiculously strong. And again, not bragging, it's just, factually. I'm just factually amazing at this game, is all I'm saying. Not bragging. But my point is that the fights are going to not be very interesting. Actually, there's one of them that might be a tad challenging. It was when it was released a few weeks back. I actually had to think about it for half a second to clear it. We'll see how it goes tonight. Maybe we'll have the first struggle on this, those proper streams since we've been playing Ever Crisis. But anyway, my point is that this is not how it would feel if you were playing the game for the first time, going through the story. The fights would actually be interesting. It's just incredibly overpowered compared to the content we're gonna do, because I'm just going through the story again, so that we can compare it, right? That's just a project. So yeah, please keep that in mind. If you think the game looks good and you want to give it a try, absolutely do, and do not think that what you're going to see is representative of it all. There is so much more to the game than what we're going to be doing tonight. Which brings me to the second point, is that if you've seen me stream Ever Crisis before, it's kind of laggy. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Actually, I have a theory. I'm just going to tell you guys, it's really stupid. I think I might have installed it on my hard drive and not my SSD. Which probably doesn't help with that. The weird thing is that, when I stream 14, it's fine, and I don't understand how Ever Crisis could possibly be more, use up more computing resources. So yeah, it's gonna be a little laggy. Again, this is just my setup. Please do not think that if you play Ever Crisis on your phone or on Steam, it would be this laggy and the loading screens will be this long. This is just me. When I play on my phone, it's a lot snappier. That's alright, that'll give us time to talk. Right, so, moving on. About the theme, you might have, if you were here during my little, pre-stream screen, I installed the Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers theme for Streamlabs, which is free and wonderful. I'm kind of excited about it. I've been meaning to make my stream look better ever since day one, and this is my first time actually giving it a go. I've just been, fucking around with it for a few minutes, dozens of minutes, maybe an hour or two before the stream. So things will still move around, and actually I'm not quite sure. It's kind of stupid, but is it weird that we get all those 14 graphics when the main thing we're playing on my channel are 7 games? I don't know. You guys tell me. And also, circling back to the whole shit is laggy when we play Ever Crisis. I worry that it might make shit lag even more, so please let me know about that, and we'll adjust. So yeah, this is kind of a trial run of this new little setup that I have. Again, you'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute when I launch the game. Let me know y'all what you think about it. Is it weird that it's 14 graphics? There's a lot of purple in there, which kind of my jam. It's my favorite color. So I do love that, and yeah, I'm not sure it bothers me. Like, it makes sense. It's a Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy, all of them. Almost all of them. All of them? Is there a single Final Fantasy game I really hate? I don't think so. There's some I like less than others, obviously, but I do think I like every single Final Fantasy. I even like 15, y'all. Anyway, and 13. 13 is probably my least favorite. But 13 too made it alright. What am I talking about? Let's go! Let's play Ever Crisis, y'all. We have one chapter. Oh, yeah, no, one last important point. We have what is that? If you're gonna be waving something at your people, Morgan, it better be a pen and not a lighter. Why do I even own a lighter? I don't know. Sometimes you need it to light candles or some shit, right? Everybody's got a lighter. Not everybody's got a lighter. Never mind. What? Where was I? Yes. So, the way story works in Ever Crisis is that it gets released on a per chapter basis. And I probably, unless I keep talking to you guys and not actually playing the game for the whole 3 hours and a half that we have, we'll probably wrap up where we're at, all of the OG7 story that's been released in Ever Crisis mode. If that happens, which again I think is likely, we've only got one more chapter to go. What we'll do is start playing the first soldier. I've been rambling on and on about this. I fucking love it. So it's this new exclusive to Ever Crisis story that gets released. So like they're releasing, you know, the main 7 story and Crisis Core, and First Soldier kind of like at the same time, like one chapter, you know, incrementally, whatever. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. And so First Soldier is actually a Never Crisis exclusive. It is inspired by the game Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. That was like a battle royale game that didn't. I've never actually played it. But yeah, it was, you know, servers were up for, I think it was a couple years or something like that, not very long anyway, and they ended service because it was not making enough cash. My understanding is that there was not a lot of story in that game, but the First Soldier that we might start playing tonight in Ever Crisis mode sort of like picks up, you know, it wraps up the whole thing so that you can get the experience. And so in terms of, you know, the it's a prequel that takes place 18 years before the main events of, you know, 7 Remake, the main games. And yeah, they just wrote this whole new story around it to sort of, you know, so that we can get what little there was to get from that original game that is now discontinued. But it is fucking amazing. I love that story so very, very much. I love the characters. There's a bunch of new characters that we'll meet tonight. And actually, the reason I'm so fucking excited, and the reason I decided to do it now rather than focusing on OG and Rebirth, is that I do think, again, in this, you know, the big project, like let's play all 7 timelines and compare and shit, I think it makes a lot of sense to play First Soldier now because they've added Glenn, the main character from First Soldier, to Rebirth, and so we can kind of see where he's coming from. And if you've never played Ever Crisis, you know, he's just this brand new character in Rebirth, and so I'm so fucking excited about him being in Rebirth, and I hope that, yeah, going through the story with you guys, you can get as hyped as I am. He's a great fucking character, so are the other new characters, and we get to see young Sephiroth. It's not a spoiler, like, that's the way it was marketed, if that makes any sense, like, getting. Anyway, alright, friends, I say let's fucking go. Are you ready? Alright, look closely, because there's like fucking transitions and shit now, normally if shit works. Let's try it. Boom. And let me just look at the feedback to see whether it was laggy at all. Give me just a second, I'll be back with you. The delay is incredible. Yeah, that looked alright, didn't it? Alright, what do you think of that? Starting to look professional up in here, doesn't it? Look at this beautiful, everything's purple, I love it. There's a little frame around my fucking face, and there's a frame around the whole thing. And you might have noticed this. I added this. Oh, this is hard. Hi, Tayel. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm just about to get started. And I was just rambling about that, but Tayel, in case you're an Ever Crisis player, I'm not gonna actually play the game tonight. Well, I'm just gonna go through the story mode. You know, not do actual content. I do sometimes stream Ever Crisis and do content though. But welcome. Thank you for you know, thank you for popping in. No, I've been playing since day one. I'm free to play. I haven't spent a single cent, but I've been playing since day one, and mostly I almost never wasted any stamina. Oh fuck me! I always do this, yo. I'm sorry. I usually play on my phone. I keep forgetting to do the fucking update before I stream it. So yeah, I've been playing it a whole lot. And like I was saying, sometimes I do, you know, normal streams where I actually go through changing content and shit. But that's not what we're doing tonight. We're just gonna go through the last chapter of the 7 story and then start some First Soldier. And the reason I'm doing this is that I also stream Rebirth and OG, and my jam, where I get off, is really like comparing the 3 different stories and trying to hunt down any little difference there is and all that. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing tonight. A little weird if you're a player yourself, Tayal, because you've seen all that story. But yeah, I hope, you know, if you want to stick around, I hope you'll still have fun. But yeah, I'm definitely not starting Ever Crisis. I've been at it a lot. I should put this down here while we're charging. Alright, yes, you guys, I was telling you about the new thingy here. I can't fucking show. Do you know how hard it is to like point at something while looking at a camera, like, you know, feedback video of yourself getting filmed? Anyway, up top, there's this little subscriber thingy that will be replaced. If I stick with this whole Shadowbringers theme thing, this will replace my trademark purple square up top. And I have it set up because we're only 10 followers away from me going affiliate. I'm super fucking excited about that. So yeah, I wanted to share in the excitement with you guys that we can have it, you know, like a professional. What's going on? And yeah, we can see how close we get. And whenever I do make affiliate, I'm gonna do something fun. Not quite sure. I'll probably stream while dressed up as a pirate, because why the fuck not? Also, there's pirates in Final Fantasy games, so sort of, you know, vaguely call it Faris fucking cosplay, if you will. I don't think she ever actually wore a beard, but anyway, that's what we'll be doing. It's a nice game, pretty good gacha. Yes, I love it so fucking much. I keep. Why is the update not happening? I'm in love with this fucking game. It is wonderful. I'm not much of a gacha player myself. The only other gacha game I ever played was Final Fantasy Records Keeper. That was years ago. But I also got really into that one. And but yeah, you know, so I don't have many points of comparison. But even without being able to compare it to other gacha games, as a game, period, I just find it so fucking amazing. I love the graphics. I love everything about it. Every single thing. And I love the community too. I love Dissidia, Opera, Omnia, sad face. Yeah, man, I heard so much good, you know, good, what do you call it? Good stuff. I heard so much good stuff about Dissidia 00. I've never actually played it. It's funny, I remember I actually downloaded it on my phone this one time. I was with my mom and girlfriend at the time, and they were like shopping for flowers or some shit. I was like, not that I love flowers, everybody loves flowers, I'm not saying, but you know what I'm saying, is that like, I was just in the shop, bored out of my mind. I was like, yo, I'm gonna check this thing out, because people were, ooh, I'm getting achievements, yay! Cause yeah, I'd read really good things about it, but I never actually, like, you know, they ended up picking the flowers before I hit the button to stop playing the game, so I've never actually played Opera Omnia. But I think at some point, God, I don't know when, I've not had a lot of time to, you know, do a bunch of the shit I want to do these days, but whenever I manage, I really want to go through. I'm sure people on YouTube have uploaded the story, and yeah, I really want to check that out, the whole thing. I also so I've never actually played any Dissidia game, and I'm very curious about the lore behind Dissidia and how it ties into, you know, everything else in the greater Final Fantasy multiverse, or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I hear there's a whole thing with like Stranger of Paradise and Dissidia and shit. Oh, holy shit! So, Tail, yeah, if you want to see the story, I think Square Enix uploaded all the cinematics of 00 on YouTube. That is so good to know, man. Thank you so much. Sorry, I just joined you. I didn't mean to. But yeah, thank you so much, friend. And it's great that Square Enix themselves did it, actually. I really like that. So I'll definitely do that at some point. Actually, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could... I've just finished watching a show, so I could watch that instead of another show. But yeah, that is great to know. That's great to know. I've heard... So, you know, one of the places... Oh my god, this really is laggy as fuck. I hope it's alright for you guys. Again, let me know if it's too fucking laggy, and I don't know what I'll do, but at least I'll share the pain with you. Oh, do we get XP in story mode? Might be smart to use some of my not max level characters. So yeah, thanks a lot for the tip, Tail. I'll definitely check it out. I've been meaning to. So is it important to have played, you know, the other, like Dissidia or Duodecim or NT? Actually, I lied. I did play NT a lot. My friends got it for me for one of my birthdays. Alright, focus, Morgan. The group sneaks onto the ship in pursuit of Sephiroth. However, an alarm sound alerting everyone of an intruder. Look at Red in his Shinra uniform. I so fucking hope they release it as an actual outfit for him in Ever Crisis at some point. That would be fucking amazing. Even if it's, you know, on all fours, so that they don't have to redo the whole skeleton and shit. I would be so fucking happy about that. Also, what the fuck was that, Barret? Did Barret just suddenly become white? They suspect the intruder is Sephiroth and head to the engine room. Yeah, you know, have you played Rebirth, Tayal? In Rebirth, when he's in the Shinra outfit, it is so fucking... That shit got me so good. Like, I laughed my ass off. It's so fucking brilliant. I love it. Hey, Mom! Hello, you beautiful person. Welcome. Look, Mom. Look how, like, fucking purple everything is. How do you like it? How do you like that? That's what I've been doing. Like, literally, my day was just watching fellow Evercrazy streamers stream while working on this thing. Well, yeah, I hope you're alright. I hope you could have a good nap. Who did this? An intruder. Whatever it wasn't human. Just up my own volume a bit. Uh-oh. Intruders! Wait, we're not... Seize them! What are we not, Cloud? We're definitely intruders. What were you gonna say? Just like lie to his face? Nice atmosphere indeed. I'm glad that you like it. Actually, since there's gonna be a loading screen for fucking hours, let me show you. Now when I switch between like the game and me face, there's a little fucking transition screen and shit, and boom, here I am! How do you like that? I'm sorry, I'm a little excited about this whole thing. Let's go on auto and full speed ahead. Oh shit, whoopsie. Alright, we good. The one thing I'm worried about, Marm, and all of you guys, I love feedback on that, is that, so I mostly stream, I do stream 14 every now and then, but not, you know, a lot less than I do 7 games. Is it weird that I have a theme that's 14 when we're playing 7? You know, like, is it a turn off, y'all? Should I do something about that? I don't know. Tayal, you stream 14 too? Yes and no, Tayal. So I have, the only 14 streams I've done so far were housing, where actually I started recreating Eric's house from Remake, but in 14. And then another one I did was, what did I just do? Oopsie. When the 16 collab event dropped, I streamed that. So you know, you've probably gathered that I'm a total Final Fantasy nerd, so you know, the collaboration event was right up my alley. But yeah, I don't regularly stream 14 now, although I do regularly play it. I was... Sorry, let me just go through that cutscene and I'll get right back to 14. And, okay, you guys, pay real close attention to this dude right there. That's the thing I was excited about, that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Is it Sephiroth? No, not Sephiroth. Hey Krieger, welcome my friend. How are you doing? Happy well, no, never mind. I already told her. Never mind. I was gonna say Happy Mother's Day to Nana, but she knows. Alright, yeah. So I do plan on. I'm fucking great, Krieger. Apart from a weird pain in my leg that I don't really understand, but. Other than that, I'm really fucking great. Check out the... What do you think about the new look, Krieger? Like, I've got a little bar up there, and there's purple around everything. And I'm sorry, I realize I'm gonna be playing with this shit all night long. But check this out, Krieger. When I switch to my camera, look at this. Yeah. How do you like it? I'm so fucking excited. I'm sorry. Okay, I need to play the game and not play with my fucking stream. But yeah, and is it weird? Asking you the same question, Krieger, as my manager. Is it weird that there's like Final Fantasy 14 graphics when we're playing a 7 game? You love it? Yes! Alright! Well, you guys, if the manager loves it, I guess there's a very good chance I'm gonna stick to that little theme from now on. And yeah, so sorry, sorry, Tayal. I did plan on streaming 14 a whole lot more, but again, like doing weird a weird thing, is that what I wanted to do was try and be world first at soloing. I'm sorry, I'm assuming you're a 14 player since you asked the question, but maybe not, and what I'm going to say will be utter nonsense, in which case, disregard. But in case you're a 14 player, I want to try and do the world first of clearing Palace of the Dead solo on Viper. And so I wanted to kind of like go into marathon mode where I really like stream all the time. First, leading up to Dawn Trail, trying to do it on Monk just to practice, and then the minute Dawn Trail hits, really get on there, really marathon style. Like I'd only stop streaming to eat and sleep, and try and do that world first. But my niece's baptism is the exact weekend of the early access to the new X-Pack. So yeah, I haven't decided yet whether I'm still gonna try and give it a go. I don't realize how quick people are with those world firsts, to be honest. So I don't know if it's even worth trying it if I only start a couple days after they've all been at it. I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, let's just say there's a chance that I'll be streaming a lot more 14 in the near future. You've never played it, but you saw the transition and wondered. Yeah, so see, that's why I keep asking my people. I worry that it's weird to have 14 transitions while we're streaming 7. But then again, I don't know. I think it's so beautiful. I do love it. So we shall see. Krieger gives me a thumbs up, and he's my manager. So probably will stick to it unless people complain. Anyway, after a long sleep. The time has come. Look, Claude! Sephiroth, you're alive. Who are you? You don't remember me? I'm Cloud. Cloud. Sephiroth, what are you thinking? What are you doing? The time has come. What? What are you saying? Be more... Motherfucker can fly. Something's coming. Ooh, yeah, Genova theme, that's my jam. Listen to this shit. And I really love the rework too. Like, I love the original version, but I feel like it's one of the songs maybe where I actually like that version even more than Uematsu's original from 97. Alright, yo. Excuse me. While I beat Genova up, she was a lot, she looked a lot better when we last saw her. So, if you guys have played OG and remember it, or if you were here last week when we went through that part in OG, the really interesting thing that I was hinting at in the intro is that you might have noticed that the person who was... So, like, we show up in the engine room, there's this dude there that, like, just sort of falls down, and then Sephiroth sort of pops up out of, like, in place of the dude that fell down, right? Now, why am I getting all worked up about this? Is that in Ever Crisis, the actual, that person looked like one of the reunion people, as I've been calling them, that are so very central to the remake, well, especially Rebirth story, who we still don't know all that much about, but they're definitely tied to Sephiroth, Soldier, probably Genova somehow, and yeah, the really interesting thing is that in OG, so again, the story is almost identical between Ever Crisis and OG. But in OG, when that happened, that person was not a reunion person, because again, if there are reunion people in OG, we might have seen one in the Sector 5 slums, but it's not even clear. But there's a lot less of them around than in Remake Rebirth, right? And in OG, sorry, let me go through the cutscene and we'll get back to that. That's what disappeared from the Shinra building. Genova. The arm of Genova. Genova. You mean he's been working around with that thing? So it was Sephiroth. The time has come. The fuck does that mean? time has come?
So, what's the story? Hey Cloud, give us a quick rundown.
The story... I'll try. Five years ago, Sephiroth went off searching for the Promised Land so he could become the ruler of the planet. Then, Sephiroth came back to Midgar and killed President Shinra. And now, he's here. He was carrying Genova with him. That much I do know. He told me he wants to go to the Promised Land with his mother, Genova.
I don't get it. Don't worry about it, neither do I.
Old Doc Staff, we will arrive at Costa del Sol in 5 minutes. Please head to your stations. I repeat, Old Doc Staff, we will arrive at Costa del Sol in 5 minutes. Please head to your stations.
Whoa, we'd better hurry and hide somewhere.
Sephiroth is alive. The Promised Land. Does it really exist? Tayel, I regret not getting FF9 skins. Cloud's one looks good. Right? I love him so fucking much. My Tifa as Amaranth is just... I love the outfit so much. And I really appreciate the fact that it's not... Like, you know, Tifa's outfits are often very, you know what I mean, like, kinky? Or, you know what I'm saying, is that she's sexualized a lot through her outfit selection, and I like that the Amaranth's outfit is actually not all that, you know, ridiculously fucking, you know, sexy thingy. Not that there's anything wrong with sexy people, I'm just saying, or sexy outfits, I'm just saying I appreciate that. Like, it's a nice change, right, for her, instead of the usual, like, underwear and bunny ears or whatever the fuck. I think it looks so fucking great, and she's got tats, and I do like tats as well, so my favorite fucking outfit for her by far. I love it, I really love it. I actually regret not getting the, so I only got the two that you've seen, and yeah, it was the first time I went really crazy on the banner, spent all my blue crystals, because I really wanted to get the Amaranth close to OB10, which I haven't managed to do, but, you know. But yeah, I kind of wish I had the Garnet outfit for Aerith as well. I don't know if you've heard, but I don't know if you're okay knowing that stuff, like data mining stuff. Stop listening to me if you don't, but apparently we're getting another either crossover event or, you know, one of those limited banner type thing, like the Limit Break banner, very soon, so I'm excited about that. And I've heard people speculate that it is a 16 crossover, but personally I would not put my money on that. But anyway, and don't worry y'all, I do not forget about the whole thing about is it a reunion person in Ever Crisis and OG and stuff. We'll get back to that, but
story first.
As Rufus arrives in Costa del Sol, he hops in a helicopter to chase after Sephiroth. It's level 80 now? Yeah, Krieger, just, when did it drop? A few days ago. They've just increased the level cap. I've only got my main team, so Tifa, Aerith, and Cloud, to level 80 so far. And I've been working on Lucia, Matt, and Glenn. Is it Glenn that I'm leveling up? I'm not even sure. But yeah, it's very recent. It's amazing that you'd notice that from just watching me stream it, Krieger. I'm actually very honored that you would notice such a small detail. You're the best, Krieger, man. I don't deserve you, bro. Cloud and the others decide to search for clues to Sephiroth's whereabouts. As they do, they come across someone unexpected. Hang loose! Hojo, what are you doing here?
I remember you.
Holy shit.
Yes, I remember, alright. It's been a long time, Cloud. Sometimes one needs a change of pace.
What are you doing?
It should be obvious. I'm getting a tan.
Answer me!
I believe we're both after the same goal.
You mean Sephiroth?
You see him. I see. Oh, I just remembered a certain hypothesis. Haven't you ever had the feeling something is calling you? Or that you had to visit some place?
I'll go anywhere Sephiroth is, to beat him and put an end to all this.
I see. Well, this could be interesting. How about it, Cloud? Would you like to be my personal guinea pig?
What?
Oh, now what? Are you gonna draw your sword?
Stop, Cloud!
Calm down.
If he dies, we won't find out anything.
Stop, Cloud. Say, aren't you the ancient?
I'm Ares. The least you can do is remember my fucking name. I want you to tell me something, Professor Rojo. I know I'm an ancient. My mother told me.
Your mother? Oh, you mean your father? How is she?
You didn't know? She died.
I see.
Professor Rojo, is Genova an ancient? Is Sephiroth an ancient? Do you all share the same blood? What? Answer me!
He's headed west beyond Mount Corel. But I wonder if you can make it that far.
And they just leave him be. Can't believe that shit. Alright, yo, so, if you were here last week when we were playing OG, I messed up and we did not get that scene. The nice thing is that it's extremely, like always, Ever Crisis version is pretty much the exact same as OG. So, you did get to see that. A few notes is that I find it extremely interesting that Ojo would not know that Ifalna was dead. Especially since, you know, comparing with the R timeline, Remake Rebirth, you know, in Remake there's this whole thing where he goes, like, kind of to torture Aerith, or just because it's a total dick, I don't know, but, you know, he's all like, oh yeah, your mom was beautiful because she was an ancient, and I totally, like, mapped down every single cell in her body when she died. So he definitely knew that she was dead. I'd even say the implication in Remake seems to be that he killed her, like, his experimentation led to Ifalna dying, and oh my god, look at Red getting with Yuffie. I didn't remember that. This is the best thing. Oh, this just made my day. That was so adorable. Yeah, weird, right? Also, okay, so this was actually not in Ever Crisis. In OG, one thing I noted down that I wanted to bring up with you guys is that he's actually unsure. Oh, or maybe there was that line like, "You're Cloud, right? Were you in Soldier?" Like he's not sure that Cloud was in Soldier, which I find extremely weird. Like, you know, he's involved with Soldier somehow, with like Genova shit, or, you know, like, it's still a blur at this point in the story. But how the fuck would he not know that Cloud was in Soldier? And if you're wondering, well, he did recognize him, yeah, but remember that we bumped into him in the Shimla building, so he could just be recognizing him from then. Actually, it'd be really interesting. Let me note this shit down. Did he learn Cloud's name at Shinra HQ? But yeah, so that's another thing that kind of stuck out to me. And then, so difference with again Remake Rebirth is that of course there's no, remember in Rebirth there's this whole thing with Genova shit, Genova altered life forms and fucking getting reunion people to turn into monsters and all that shit. There's none of that here in the Ever Crisis or the OG timelines. And the last thing is like not actual lore, just I hate, so you know I keep talking whenever we're playing a 7 game, those fucking people, our team, right, they keep having top Shinra executives and just like letting them go for some reason. And the craziest thing is that, you know, in some timelines when Cloud comes down from Shinra HQ, everybody's like, yo, did you kill Rufus? And he was like, no, I'm sorry, he oh shit, do I have, I don't know, Krieger, why do you ask? Is it very laggy? Did I lose you guys for a minute? Or there shouldn't be connection problems other than, I mean, you know, it's a bit laggy because my computer hates Ever Crisis for some reason, but other than that, no, it should be fine, I think. Please let me know, y'all, in chat, if we have connection trouble. Do I break up like crazy, or hold on, let me just put the sound on my feedback for a minute. For some reason, but other than that, no, it should be fine. Nah, that sounds alright to me. Don't receive you sometimes. Fuck! Man, this hadn't happened in months, huh? I'm sorry, y'all. We're about okay now, aren't we? Can you please let me know if it happens again, and then I can try some things. I can try removing the beautiful theme and shit. Maybe that's not helping. I doubt it. I don't think, as long as I don't change scenes, I don't see why it would make me lag, but yeah, please let me know if there's any issue. So yeah, I don't know what you guys missed. I was rambling about this Ojo conversation, and yeah, the last thing is fucking, I hate how we keep letting these guys, you know, get out, and you know, we could have a long conversation about is Keating okay? It would make me lag, but sorry, just checking again. Sound is a bit robotic for me, but it could be my connection. There are also some lagging. Fuck. Alright. Let me just. I hate how we keep letting these guys, you know, get out. Oh yeah, no, I definitely sound like a fucking robot, but that could just be my mic. I hate it, but let's try removing the theme. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Technical issues, they're back. It had been months. It had to happen at some point. Give me just a second, y'all. Actually, let me just switch back to me face one last time so that we can see this beautiful Shadowbringers transition. Hi! Alright, let's go back to the old setup, see if that helps. Come on. Yeah, even, like, Streamlabs itself is laggy as fuck. I don't think the issue is with the theme. I can't even change it. Ooh, this is bad. There we go. Uh-oh. I broke everything. What the fuck is even going on? Oh, I'm sorry, yo! Okay. No, not okay, but somewhat better. No, I can't change it. Yeah, I'm sorry about the robotic voice, but I'm not quite sure what I can do to fix that. And now Streamlabs just lost its shit. Fuck me! Alright, come on! Okay, no. Not okay. Not okay! Not okay! I repeat! Oh my god. Alright. I might need to kill the stream and get back to you guys. I'm sorry about that. No! There we go. Okay. So now why the fuck is the... God damn it. There we go. There. Okay. Alright. Beautiful translation. I'm guessing you're in transition, and thank you, Krieger, but is it what was making me lag like hell? I'm sorry, it's gonna, like, I just want to listen to myself for a minute for my feedback.
Yeah. Okay, alright.
No, I still sound like a robot. I'm not quite sure what's up with that. Hey sis! Hello, my sister. Welcome for being here. Thank you for being here. You're the best. I'm having technical issues again, sis. It hasn't happened in months, and now it's all messed up. Give me 1 second, yo. I'm just gonna try the good old unplug, replug the microphone, and then where is it? So, all right. I'll be back in a second. Alright, is the robot voice any better? Actually, am I even using the right... I'm so sorry, y'all! Ah! I have so much shit to talk about too! Like real shit! Like lore shit! Yeah, I'm not even... Fuck. You know what? Let's keep going like this. You'll let me know if it keeps breaking up or being laggy. And...
Talk about too, like real shit, like lore shit. Yep. Fuck.
Alright. Let's try it like this. Please do let me know how things are, now that we've changed. I do feel like it's snappier, isn't it? Like I can see myself moving a lot more smoothly. Fuck! I'm not gonna be able to use the theme. At least not when we play Ever Crisis. I'm very hopeful that when we play on the PlayStation it'll be alright. We'll try all that out on Tuesday. Where was I? Yes! We keep letting those motherfuckers get away, and I just don't. And you know, there's like, you know, it's been established in every single timeline that we do actually kill people. You know, like, just my mic is hella peaking. Hey Raiden, thanks for stopping by, man. Let's see if that. No, that's just gonna make me quieter. Oh, but is it any better? I can. No, it's not. Is it? I don't know, it's just my mic being old and fucked up. I need to get a new one. Ah! I don't know. Do you guys want to kill the stream and... Oh, is it better? Awesome. Then... Hold up. Dayel, thank you so much for the follow. Especially in the middle of this fucking breakdown. I'm having a breakdown myself. It's not just the technical issues. When I got louder, it started going mega static. Yeah, I need to stop shouting, don't I? I'm not quite sure I know how to do that. But yeah, maybe if I turn it down even more, and then I'll just... Can you still hear me with the music? Sorry, I'm just listening to my... This is the worst stream ever! Okay, no, you can't hear shit. So let me turn on the music as well. This is the worst stream ever! Alright, how's that? Let me shut my other me off. Okay, is this better? No, I feel like if I shout, I'm still gonna... my mic is still gonna peak, but... I don't know, yo! Alright, I think this is the best we can do. Let's, sounds fine, awesome. Thank you so much, Raiden. Thanks to all of you for your patience and feedback. And, yeah, again, Tayel, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. We're oh shit, I lost the little thingy, but we're only 9 followers away from affiliate, yo! Stop shouting, Morgan. This is exciting! Alright, yeah. I hate that we keep letting those motherfuckers go. We've established that we've been killing Shinra troopers, so, you know, actual people who are just doing their job. And you know what I'm saying is that I don't want to get into this whole debate of is it ever okay to take a life. Considering we, like, and when I say we, I mean the team, like the main cast, right? They are okay with killing people if that's what it takes. Yet, when they get their hands on fucking Ojo of all people, he's the fucking worst, right? Like, there's no way, if anybody deserves to die, it's this motherfucker. And they just, like, let him be out there on the beach enjoying himself, getting a fucking tan. Fuck that! Kill the motherfucker! And I remember, it's one of the things I remember so vividly from playing OG7 when I was a kid, is that shit drove me crazy. I remember just like talking to, you know, all the girls around him like so many times. The fact they didn't slaughter him during Costa del Sol was the biggest flaw. Screw Aerith's feelings. Exactly, man. Exactly. And at least in Rebirth, it's really interesting, you know, because there's this whole thing about Aerith actively stops us from killing him. Whereas in OG and Ever Crisis, it's kind of just, she's the one who says, oh, you know, he won't talk if you kill him, but then he talks and we let him be. We, you know, he done talking, we can kill the motherfucker. Fuck that shit. I really want to kill him. It's the same with fucking Heidegger, and you know, those are not good people. It's, you know, again, if it's okay to kill anyone, then it's them, for fuck's sakes. But anyway, alright, yo, back to the story. And again, let me know if it's too laggy or whatever. I do feel, fuck, I really think the theme was not helping. We shall see. I'm glad we found a place to crash for the night. Oh, no, I'm sorry. One last thing. You know, I've been saying that one of the major differences is that Yuffie joins the team much earlier in the Ever Crisis timeline than you possibly could get her in your team in Ever Crisis. This right here is a perfect example. Oh, no, I'm wrong. You absolutely can, and I did have Yuffie when we reached Costa del Sol. Nonetheless, this little, you know, like, we saw her cuddling Red for a minute, and Red being, like, you know, asleep with his head in her lap. That was not in OG. It's just a small, cute little detail that they've added. I'm not saying that it means they're different timelines, but still, it's you know, another one for the list. Small difference. Anyway, back to the story. I'm glad we found a place to crash for the night. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day, so rest up. Right. I don't know about you, but I'm beat. Searching for answers is exhausting. Cloud, what do you think of me? I don't know. That's okay. There's a lot I don't know either. Like, I wonder what part of me is like an ancient. What is an ancient supposed to be like? It's strange, isn't it? I don't understand it. I'm going around in circles. I wonder if there's an answer to this. Everything's so complicated. Anyway, I'm going to bed. We have a long day tomorrow after all. Tayal, did you finish Rebirth? No, not quite, Tayal. So I only play it on stream. I stream it every Tuesday evening, and I'm only at the Gold Saucer, because I've also, you know, like, I'm doing all the side content and shit, so it's taking forever. And as you might have noticed, you know, I tend to speak a lot and not actually play the game, so... yeah, I'm nowhere near the end of Rebirth. That's why I have the no Rebirth spoilers, please, you know, as a chat rule. It's as much for me as for you guys watching me, is that I want to find out for myself. Oh yeah, no, I'm at the Gold also. Yeah. How about you? Did you play it, and did you finish it if you did? Look at them! Oh, and Cloud went as well. I don't know. And alright, headcanon. He totally went so that he could like pat Red on the head before going to bed. Like, good night, Red. And I really like to think that Red looked up at him and was like, "Do you think I'm a fucking dog?" I'm not playing it sometime when it's on PC. Alright, man, that's fair enough. That's fair. I have so many friends that are waiting for the PC drop, or even, you know, with 16. Just earlier today, I was talking to some friends and I was like, "Hey, have you guys played 16 yet?" And they were like, "No, it's not on PC, so it's not a video game yet." Raiden, if not dog, why so fluffy? I feel like he's, you know, also kind of always halfway between the, there's C. Krieger, my Barrett's still 70. I like how he's halfway between the I hate it when you people treat me like an animal, and then sometimes he's totally fine with it, like, yeah, I'm a doll. Too many minigames though. Tayel, you sound exactly like ZA, who's my #1 fan, and also my mother in real life, who unfortunately can't be with us on stream for a while there, but she hates it so much when I play minigames on stream. She's always like, "Dude, you know, your game is great because of the story, stop fucking, like, playing cards or whatever the fuck it is you're doing. She does not say fuck quite as much, and we speak in French when we talk to each other, but you get the gist. Raiden, I'm waiting for 16 on PC before I play it. Yeah, you and so many of my friends. It's kind of funny. I feel like PC gaming, at least in the West, has... I don't know. I feel like when I was a kid, like, you know, around OG time, it was a lot... You know, even gamers tended to play on console, or at least be more open to it, if that makes any sense. And now I know there are so many of you guys that are like, ain't on PC, ain't a video game, fuck it. It's funny, it's funny. But then again, you know, like, I totally got my PS5 just for the Final Fantasy games on it. And then I played a bit of Fall Guys because for all the, you know, leftist that I am, sometimes marketing works on me, and a collaboration event with 14 is enough for me to play a stupid fucking game. But anyway, this is it, Mount Corel. It's not gonna be an easy trek. Can't we hire a guide or some shit? Hey, Barrett, aren't you from Corel? Yeah, but it's changed a lot since I lived here. I lead the way. Oh, but yeah, Raiden, you bought Rebirth on PS5. Obviously, I actually knew, we spoke about this before. I knew you played Rebirth. Sorry, I just brain fart. But wait, why don't you want to play 16 on PS5 though? If you have one. It's a great fucking game. It might not be as... Oh my god, is this it? Am I actually saying this out loud? I think I like the remake, you know, games even more than I like 16, but still, I love that game. It's really fucking good. The story is... Wow. Don't know the story or care enough to rush it on the PS5. Alright. Well, man, if you feel like, you know, if you don't mind waiting for the PC port, then sure. Again, you know, like, you know me, I'm a nerd. I need to play every single Final Fantasy game the instant it gets released, so... But you're a crack fiend for 7, but since 16 is new, no attachments. Alright, I get that. I totally get that. Dial, I watched 16 on streams. It has a nice story too, very FF. Yes, absolutely. I really fucking love the... Yeah, no XP, good. 16 story is fucking amazing in my opinion. And I feel like it's very CPU free. Well, Dial, you said you don't play 14, but you know, like, essentially the 16 people, the people that worked on 16 are the guys that do, and ladies, that do 14. And one of them is Koji Fox, who's like one of my personal heroes. And he was extremely involved, not just in the localization of 16, but also in the lore and creation of the thing and stuff. And I really feel like you can feel his touch, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, his what do you call it, trademark, whatever. Like, you could tell that there was a lot of Koji Fox in that universe, in my opinion anyway. I love it. I really fucking love 16 story. All I know about 16 is that it's mature. Is that how you pronounce it? Mature? Rated, says Raiden. Yeah, first Final Fantasy ever to be 18 and above. And the interesting thing is that they say fuck a lot. But there's not all that. I was a little not worried, but I was wondering if it was gonna turn into Game of Thrones with, you know, a lot of sex scenes and stuff. And there really isn't that many of them. And even well, I don't want to spoil you guys, but I don't know. Like, in my opinion, you know, in 10, when Tidus and Yuna like kiss and then start doing what do you call it? Fucking flipping around in the water, and then the camera pans off, and then you move on to the next morning. It's very obviously a sex scene. And, yeah, you know, like, I don't know. I was, again, not that I'm disappointed, I'm fine with there not being explicit sex in Final Fantasy. I'm just saying, considering it's they finally, you know, like, made the call to make it mature audiences, I was sort of expecting it. And it really wasn't all that. Raiden, I heard it's more about the violence and F-words. Naughty, naughty. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, first FF with adult main character. You're harsh on a lot of them, Tael. Just because they're young, I think, you know. I'm just thinking now, sorry, y'all. How old is Cecil from 4? Bartz is definitely very young. Who the fuck knows how old Terra is? If you Enrique, let's not get into the debate of who the main character of 6 is. Fuck, you're right. They're usually very, very young. Wait, Cecil Harvey is 40 years old? No fucking way. You're just trolling me, Raiden. I see you trolling me, bro. Nah, he's like, I don't know, maybe 30. I'll buy 30. Honestly, probably 20 something. Also, there's the whole like JRPG thing where it's true that your main characters are often ridiculously young. Shit! Fucking hell, Tayel, you're absolutely right. Definitely, at least the, oldest version we get of Clive to play, I think clearly is the oldest main character we got in the mainline title. Incredible. I just googled it. Cecil is 20. Thank you, Tayel. See? Fucking called it! Raiden, you tripping, brother! And 21 in Interlude and 37 in the After Years. Interesting. I've played a bit of the After Years, but I haven't finished it yet.
37 is almost 40, all caps by Raiden.
Dude, yeah, but in the After Years, like, it's not the main game, and there are so many, even I haven't finished the After Years. I don't know, they advertise Clive as the first adult main character. Yeah, again, you're absolutely right. And I'm sorry, it's not that I doubted you, Tayal, it's just that I needed to do a quick rundown of the main protags, but absolutely, he's the first time we have a full-on adult. It's really interesting, actually. It's really, really interesting. I don't want to be this guy, but, how much of that was Koji Fox? I would not be surprised if he was at least amongst the writers who pushed to have a properly adult main character for once. The After Year doesn't count. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Also, it was the first Final Fantasy game with localization for Latin America. Huh! That's really fucking interesting. Are you from Latin America, Tayal? So before that, you guys had to play the Spanish version, I guess, or Portuguese, depending on where you are. Isn't Noctis over 18? Yes, you're from Argentina. That is great, man. And yeah, you played the Spanish version up to now. Okay, I'd be really curious to have your so I don't know. You said you watched streamers play 16. I don't know if if they were Argentinian streamers or Latin American streamers, but if you've seen that new Latin America localization, I'd be extremely curious to have your opinion on how it is compared to playing the Spanish localization. Like, is it better? Can you really tell the difference, or is it sort of the same? You know what I'm saying? Like, did they do a good job? This is fascinating. Fuck, I'm learning so much. I fucking love you, Tayel. I love that you're here. Hey, yo, Numa! Shit, I need not to shout because my mic is all messed up. Hey, yo, Numa! Welcome, my friend. Thanks for being here. You did see the game on Argentinian channels. Alright. So then, yeah, if you have any thoughts, and feel like sharing, of course, I'd be really curious to have your opinion on how good a job they did with the localization. Lightning was 20, everyone between like 16 and 20, lol. Exactly, Raiden. It's, but again, like JRPG or anime thing. I remember when, again, as a kid, when I realized how young the 8 gang was, and especially, Quistis is fucking 18? Like, what the fuck? In my mind, she was 40, right? But no, she's like 18 years old or something, maybe 20, I don't know, but like 18 to 20, this fucking, what? She's supposed to be like the hot teacher, stereotype. How can she be 18? No, please shout. Hi, everyone, also. Yeah, I do think I got the mic issue somewhat fixed. And Numa, shit, I wish I could show you. I set up a whole bunch of shit to make the stream look better, but then it was making me lag like crazy, so I had to remove it. But I'll try it again when we play PlayStation games, and I'm very hopeful that we can actually play it. Anyway, story time, y'all. Hey, Cloud, is Barret okay? I think so. Why? That's fucking obnoxious. He's awfully quiet. And that's a problem. Look at Red and Yuffie bonding again, I love that. Well, no, but Yeah, Raiden, Tifa's got the Italian accent. Thank you. Oh man, I was waiting for the day that somebody would understand why I picked the oh sorry, all this always happens, is the daily reset. I knew eventually someone on my stream would understand why I picked Italian as Tifa's accent when I do the voice acting. And you're right, of course it would be you, Raiden. Yep, it's a little in joke. And again, I've hinted at it before. If you have no idea what we're talking about, let me just say, it has to do with Rule 34 and actual Italian politics, and I shall say no more. That's why everybody in Nibelheim actually has an Italian accent. And I have this whole thing of like Cloud voluntarily dropped his Italian accent. Man of culture, aren't we, brother? Aren't we? Real culture too. I mean, you know, it doesn't get much better than Tifa, Rule 34, and politics. This is literally, you know, my dream niche, you know, tidbit of information about Final Fantasy. Probably the best thing I know. Alright. Let's. Oh my god, it actually like kicked me right out of the fucking story mode there. And of course it's gonna be like yes. Alright, meanwhile, I can get back to the big thing. Big thing. Ooh, new campaign. What's that? It ain't new. I find these so weird, like we always get, you know, those daily notifications fucking days after shit has changed. I don't understand that. Yeah. Battle quest. I know! Excuse me. It keeps bugging out. The announcements, you mean? And it's not supposed to. It's funny. Again, you know, like I was saying earlier, I love Ever Crisis so much. I don't even like, you know, criticizing it. But there are a few things that are incredibly glitchy, and I do find it surprising that they haven't fixed it yet. You know what I'm saying? Shit, where were we, you guys? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, the pop-ups. You get it one day, then don't the next. Yeah, same, man. The worst is when I switch from... oh, actually, that's probably why I got them now. But when I switch from Steam to mobile, it fucks up everything. Not just the announcement, but... oh, look at those beautiful people. This is Lucia, this is Matt, and this is Glenn. And if I stop talking so goddamn much, we've got 2 hours and a half to go, we might have a chance to meet them. Yeah, when I switch back and forth between mobile and Steam, everything is just completely fucking broken, man. Like, you know the little, like, notification thingy, like the golden, you know, fucking square, whatever thingy to tell you that, oh, there's something new you should click? Exactly! All the yellow dots fucking reappear. It is so fucking annoying. Drives me crazy. It does not drive me crazy, but it is slightly annoying. Blah blah blah. Actually, I'm pretty sure I went through this fight, so I can just skip that. And I don't know if there was a scene after the fight. Makes me check the dungeon menu every single time. Mood, brother. I need to go through this shit every single time I stream Ever Crisis. And I'm one of those people, and I get the feeling that you are too, Raiden, that like I really don't like a you know, notification thingy in my face. Like I will click that fucking thing to make it go away, and so it is, you know, a little CD about that shit, I guess. But it's a fucking, you know, actually having to go through shit just like I know, or even the you know, the fucking growth tree. Like there's the same glitch, right? Where if you switch between Steam and mobile, then when you open up a character for the first time, it goes like, oh look, you unlocked this new area. And you have the little animation, and then everything is already like, you know, fucking checked. And you're like, dude, no! Again, sorry, I'm complaining. This is a wonderful, wonderful game. There's a few glitches, as expected. You know, there's still typos in Harry Potter, and I don't know how many fucking, you know, editions of it there's been. So, it's alright, it's alright. Ever Crisis devs, you are beautiful people. Cloud is such a fucking dick, man. Well, no, but, Oh my god, we just went through the entire chapter, like, you know, thingy again, just for Tifa to go, well, no, but, Raiden, my gift box has had a yellow dot perm there that can't clear it for like 3 days. Yeah, I think, okay, so, I was just talking about how, you know, this triggers my OCD, and I don't think I've ever managed to get the gift box one to go away. I thought it was because I always have stamina tonics, in there. Look at all these. This is such a fucking mess. But that's alright because we're on Steam and you know. But yeah. Did you guys see that 69 stamina tonics? Can you tell? Can you tell Morgan Zanen's been grinding a little bit? Yeah, my I don't think my yellow dot on the gift box has ever disappeared. Whoa, yours is completely empty. What the fuck, Raiden? I thought you were sitting... I imagined you were sitting on, like, mountains of stamina tonics. But I guess you help out a lot of people. And that must use some of yours. But... yeah. I hope I'm gonna have enough to get all my characters to 80 before the event ends, but we shall see. Helping and grading summons plus new events. Yeah, that's where my 69 went, as I'm sure you're you could guess. But I got my main team to 80, and I'm working on the first soldier crew now. All right. Never thought I'd see you again. I'd see you around these parts again. They kick you out of another town or something, you destroy everything you touch. You got a lot of nerve coming back here. It's all your fault this place turned into a garbage heap. Why don't you say something? Or did you forget what you done here already? Tyler, I haven't played all this part on Ever Crisis yet. Shit, man, I'm sorry. I hope, you know, I hope it's not gonna spoil you. But yeah, we're very close to Gold Saucer. I'm actually hopeful. Still am. We've got more than 2 hours to go. I'm hopeful we can get through everything that's been released. You know, the main 7 story tonight. We shall see. I'm sorry. You ain't even worth the effort. Don't waste your time talking to that techno freak. It's you've played OG? Alright then, if you don't mind, then... You heard him. It's my fault this place was, destroyed. God, the music. Sorry. What happened? My hometown used to be around here. Used to. It ain't here no more. Heard it got buried in just 4 years. And it's my fault. It's all my fault. My home, Corel, was a mining town. It was small, dusty, and far from thriving. But it was a nice and peaceful place to live. Until we learned of macro reactors. Fucking bitch. Well, you're the only one who's still opposed, Dine. The call's been ours for generations. Our fathers and their fathers risked their lives for it. We have no right to throw it all away so easily. But listen, Dine. No one uses coal nowadays. It's the sign of the times. Right. Everything is macro now. It'll be alright, Dine. Shinra Incorporated will guarantee your livelihood once the macro reactor is completed. Listen, Dine. I don't want Myrna to suffer anymore. My wife's been through enough. I know how you feel. I feel the same way too, damn it! But even so, I won't give away our coal mines! Dine, you've got to understand. That's how the Corel reactor was built and completed. We all thought it would bring us an easier life. It happened when Dine and I were out of town for a few days. Corel was burned down by the Shinra troops. All the townspeople, all my relatives, everyone, everything. Shinra troops? What for? There was an explosion at the reactor. Shinra blamed the accident on the people. Said it was done by a rebel faction. That's a terrible... yeah. But more than Shinra, I can't forgive myself. Never should have gone along with the building of the reactor. Don't blame yourself. We were all fooled by the promises of Shinra back then. That's why I get so pissed off. Not only did they take advantage of me, I lost Myrna too. Hey everyone, if you want to go to the Gold Saucer, the ropeway is coming.
I'm waiting inside.
Bye Tayel, thank you so much for the follow, thanks for all the conversation and shit, man. I'm so very happy that you found me, and I hope I'll see you around, brother. Thanks again. Thanks, shit, I learned so much tonight. I'll see you around, Tayel. Thank you, you beautiful person. Good evening, or wait, what time is it in Argentina? Afternoon, I'm guessing? Well, we have like 6 hours difference, maybe. Have a great end of your weekend. Bye, Tayel. And thanks again, man. Thank you so much. I never knew. Barrett never said anything. I know. Come on. Doctor Support Morgan, it's DC. Oh my fucking... DC, I love you so fucking much! Just popping in to say hi. Won't lie, I have no fucking clue what I'm supposed to do here. So hi, Morgan. Hi, DC! Oh my god! Oh shit, I'm getting all excited. I'm bumping all... I'm sorry. Thank you for being here, DC. I'm sorry Matt harassed you until you created a Twitch account. I love you. I can't wait until I get to see you again. And I really fucking love your username. You are one of the best things that's ever happened in this universe, DC. And a whole lot of shit happened in this universe. Thank you. You're the best. I love my friends. I don't deserve you guys. Hey bro, Roshan, welcome. Right, talking about support. That's what I'm talking about, yo. That's what I'm talking about. DC knows how to do it. I love you. I love you all. I love you guys. Oh man, this is too good. This is too good to be true. You know that feeling when you're like watching fiction and everything is going great and you're like, I just knew something terrible is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way everything's turning out. I'm shutting up for a minute. Yeah, you'll know what I'm talking about, like when you're watching something, everything's going great, and you just know something terrible's gonna happen, because that's just, you know, like, ain't no fiction with fucking terrible shit happening. Today's been so fucking great, I feel like something horrible's gonna happen. I love you guys. DC support Morgan. I'm so fucking goddamn. And then we fucking met Tayel. I learned so much shit about Final Fantasy. I think Tayel might just, you know, is like my level of fucking I love it. I love it. I love every... No, I don't love everyone. I love everyone that's on here right now, though. I love you guys. Alright. They arrive at the gold saucer, but Barrett remains in low spirits. They decide to give him space and go off to enjoy the games the park has to offer. Give him space. Wow! This place looks amazing! Aren't you being a little insensitive? We should just act normal, for Barrett's sake, you know? We're gonna go look around, Barrett. Fine! Then go! I guess I'm the only one who remembers why we're even here in the first fucking place! Putain! I think he's mad. Yeah, but at least he's back to his usual self, you know, he will be fine. Alright, then shall we? Guess so. You know, I really wonder about the fact that they put this in Ever Crisis, even though there is no dating system that we know of. Who do we go for, y'all? If it's me who picks, it's of course gonna be either Tifa or Red. Love it when you talk dirty. Sorry. Alright, yo, vote. First person in chat who calls out who we're talking to is who we're gonna talk to. And if nobody says nothing, I'm gonna go with either Tifa or Red, because I'm me. And they're my favorites. And while I wait, I give you guys a minute to vote, or to choose, whatever. I just wanna, because, you know, I feel like there's so much happening, everything's too beautiful, and so I can't finish up my thought about what happened on the boat. Red, alright! Kriya, enjoy your friend's beautiful accents. Yeah, and DC, you know, since this is your first time, I'm sure I don't need to tell you that, but there is of course no offense meant, and I'm not making fun of anyone or any accents. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun, and I can't actually voice act for shit, so it's a nice way for me to, you know, like, make it clear who's talking, if that makes any sense. All right, Red. Come on, Red. Let's take a look around.
Of course. Lead the way.
Ready?
Hello. What about us?
Alright then, let's do it. Right, so Ever Crisis, we get a reunion person, has the whatever the fuck happened there, you know, person that collapses so that Sephiroth can rise up and then summon Genova, or summon Genova from an arm, or whatever the fuck it is that happened. Whereas in OG, it was one of those, you know, like red uniform Shinra people who have been kind of like in the trains in Midgar. That's what all the Shinra employees were wearing. But also, I do feel like sometimes it feels like it's just officers. Like in Junon, the people like shouting at us to do the parade shit were wearing the same outfit. So in any case, you know, it's just like regular Shinra outfit number 18 or some shit. Now, I think the fact that they chose to do that is extremely interesting, and if y'all were watching me when we were doing, like, earlier on during this playthrough, there was a whole thing about, in the Barrett prequel story thing, he bumps into planetology people who help him out and you know, feed Marlene and shit, and they're wearing what looks exactly like reunion people robes, just different colors. Now, I do think that this is asset reuse, but the really interesting thing here is that, again, this is key. I'm sorry, this is very Doylist, not Watsonian, which, you know, is not my jam, but I do think in this case it's interesting. It's that they went for the trouble of actually creating the asset, right? Like, they made the graphics and shit, they made it so that we could see reunion people in what we're seeing right now, Ever Crisis exclusive graphics. And I don't think this is, and again, if Ever Crisis is just OG in terms of the main 7 story timeline, why would they do that? They could have just used the same, you know, effort and manpower and time and money on creating the asset for generic Shinra outfit number 17, right? Like in fucking OG. Actually, let me note down something else. Red Shinra outfit. Do we ever see that outfit in Ever Crisis? I'm not sure. It's gonna be a bitch to check out, but you know, I'll try and do it. But in any case, even if that specific asset does not exist, it has to mean something. They chose to use the Reunion People asset for that specific scene. And again, you know, in the art timeline thingy, it's fucking this very moment in story. There's a whole like Genova Reunion People are transforming into fucking Genova creatures or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Is that to me this screams, alright, Nomura-san said this is another possibility for a remake, and this right there, my friends, is again my personal opinion, and you all know that I'm biased because I have my theory and I'll stand by it until it's proven, but to me this is them telling us, see, not the same timeline, and there's something weird. And I'd even go, you know, we've spoken about this before a bit on stream about how the timelines, you know, like in space-time, how does it work exactly? Is it, you know, like there's all kinds of multiverse theories type shit, but is there excuse me can you define a distance between timelines? And if so, very clearly Ever Crisis is a lot closer to OG than Remake Rebirth is. Never mind the Z timeline, who the fuck knows what's going on there. But here I feel like it's a clue that if, you know, if this is the... Where's the camera? If this is the OG timeline, and this is the Remake Rebirth timeline, what we knew, so OG, what we knew is that the Ever Crisis timeline was extremely close, right? So either here or there. And I feel like now, with that information, we know that it is like this. It is closer to the R timeline. What I mean by R timeline is Remake Rebirth. Main Remake Rebirth than the OG timeline. And that's extremely interesting information. Which also brings up the, where the fuck are the Reunion People in the OG timeline, right? Actually, it brings up so many questions. I could just talk about this shit for the 2 hours that we have left. But instead, let's play some more story. And I really loved, you know, it's just, I love those little things. Like, you know, when you play a great video game or watch a great movie or read a great book, sometimes you sort of forget that human beings actually created it, if that makes any sense. And then you have a little thing where you're like, oh, like, someone, either at Square Enix or Applybot, you know, thought of that. Like, oh, the name tag should read, like, cat? Like, you know, this is a weird fucking moment in the story. We want to make it even weirder. Whoever you are, person who thought of that, I love you. And I promised I would work on my Scottish accent, but instead I worked on making my stream look better, so I'm still bad at Scottish accent, but cats it will get better, friends. I'll just... whatever, I'll wing it. Hi you. Why are you... Hi you. Why are you looking so down? How about it? Want me to read your fortune? A bright future! A happy future! Oh, but don't hold it against me if it doesn't come true. Oh, so sorry. I'm a fortune telling machine. The name's quite set. You can only read the future? You're kidding? I can find missing things, missing people, anything. Then, can you tell me where a man named Sephiroth is? Sephiroth, right? Okay, here it goes. Ordinary luck. Things are looking up. Put your trust in others, and something big may happen after summer. Wait, hold on. Huh? Let me try again. Watch your belongings. Your lucky color is blue. You know what? Just forget it. Wait! Give me another chance! Let me try it again! What the fuck? What does it say? What you pursue will be yours, but you will lose something dear.
I don't know if it's good or bad. This is the first time I ever got anything like this. Then, shall we? Well, do we have to? Being a fortune teller, this is gonna bug me. If I don't see how it turns out, I'll never be able to relax, so I'm going with you. What are we going to do, Cloud? I'm coming with you no matter what you say. Pushy, I see.
So, ironically, I think after meeting Kaitsev in all three versions, this is my first time saying it, but obviously... So if you've played OG, you know what that third, fortune is about. Please don't say in chat, but you know what it's about. But the first two, I feel like, this is so very George R. R. Martin-like. Like, I do feel like they're prophecies, and there's definitely a way to twist the story around to, like, make them fit. I do have a theory on the, what's your belongings, blue is your lucky color, but I'll wait until we actually reach that point in the story to tell you guys that that's what I was thinking of. But the first one is... I have no idea. But again, I'm sure we can... It's actually... Everything is gonna turn out real, right? It's this typical trope of, bullshit prophecy is actually not bullshit. And then, again, don't want to say too much, no spoilers, but when we learn more about Kaitsev, I hope I'll remember to revisit this whole thing. Like, is it actually... And also, I feel like there's a meta commentary here about, fortune-telling machines and the fucking... Like, what do you call them? Those things you get in Chinese restaurants, which are... I realized that's not originally where you get them, but you know what I'm saying, is that the whole, like, kind of, like, Chinese fortune-telling thing, which actually, it's not just Chinese, is it? I'm pretty sure there are other countries in Asia that have essentially the same sort of thing, but where, you just, like, pick a piece of paper that gives you fortunes. I have no idea about... like, where it comes from. Like, I don't know exactly what's up with that specific thing. What I'm saying is that, it is a thing, and of course, especially, I guess, as Westerners, not my case personally, but, many people would be like, oh, this is still bullshit. And I guess this is sort of the... Again, not talking specifically about how it is in 7, but more generally, I feel like often in fiction, you get that trope of, like, we're gonna take something that at least some of the people who are gonna watch this fiction... experience this fiction will think is ridiculous and make it sound ridiculous at the moment we're showing them, and then it's actually foreshadowing for the rest of the story. You know what I'm talking about. If you've read the Song of Ice and Fire novels, then, like, Martin does this shit all the time, and I love it. I love it as a storytelling device. Anyway.
Hey, boy!
Hey, Cloud. I think he's talking to you, boy. Boy.
How is it? You having fun? Are you having fun? So you are having fun!
Oh my god, this is me. I'm just as ripped as well.
Well, good for you, boy.
My name's Cloud, and stop calling me boy.
Me? I'm the owner of the gold saucer. The name's Dio. And that's what you can call me.
He's not even listening.
By the way, boy, do you know what black materia is?
Why ask me?
Well, a while back a boy came in and asked if I had black materia. I thought you might know who he was, seeing as how you're both about the same age.
A boy around Cloud's age,
He had a black cape and a tattoo on his hand that said 1.
Wait, there has to be. Where did he go?
I have no idea. Well then. I say, stop by the battle arena if you like, boy. You'll probably like it. Many of my collections are on display there. Yeah. Come on, Cloud. I'll show you the way. Sounds fun. Let's go. Let's go have some crack.
To be fair.
Shall we?
So if you were here on Tuesday, last Tuesday, I went for the Gold Saucer in Rebirth with guest star Kogona 2, one of my best friends, who was real live with me. And when he saw Dio, instantly he was like, holy shit, it's like Satan from Dragon Ball Z. And he's absolutely right with that. And like I was saying Tuesday, I do believe this is intentional. And I've spoken about this a bit on stream before, but the I'm talking OG right now, but the sort of like many of the people that worked on those older Final Fantasy games were actually quite close with Toriyama-san. And so of course Dragon Quest is this whole other franchise by Square Enix. It's not as big in the West as it is in Japan, but and predates Final Fantasy. There would be no Final Fantasy without Dragon Quest. And so Toriyama-san was the character designer for Dragon Quest for fucking years. And then there's Chrono Trigger, which is such an amazing fucking game. Maybe someday we'll play Chrono Trigger together on stream. I really want to replay it. Again, it's one of those games I played it as a kid and I don't remember most of it, just how much it fucking, like the impression it left on me, I'll never forget. But in any case, again, Akira Toriyama was the character designer for Chrono Trigger. And it was kind of like many of the Final Fantasy folks and many of the Dragon Quest folks kind of like got together and produced Chrono Trigger, which is, unsurprisingly, in my very unbiased and objective opinion, one of the best video games ever fucking made.
Why, hello there.
Hi, Dio. So, what is this collection of yours, eh?
I'll tell you, on one condition. Dazzle us with your skills in the arena. I'm especially interested in... Wait, where's your friend with the gun arm?
He's resting, back at the hotel. Said he was tired.
What a shame. And here I was hoping to hire him as my bodyguard. Well, the show must go on. Show must go on. If you're ready, the arena is this way.
Those loading screens, I'm sorry, all. I'm probably gonna do a sorry, I'm just while we're fighting, while Otto is taking care of the fights for us. I'm thinking about this whole theme thing and how it was laggy at the beginning of the stream. I think what I'm gonna do, if I can find the time, is, excuse me, do a test stream at some point before Tuesday to try the theme with the PlayStation setup. Yeah. And that is all I have to now, I'm telling you guys that for you guys that follow me and have the notifications turned on when I start streaming, I'll try to write it in the notification, like test stream please ignore or something, but probably again if I can find the time, you'll see that happening. Well, I guess it has to be tomorrow or Tuesday during the day. I have a lot of shit to do tomorrow. Anyway.
Marvelous, my boy! Simply marvelous.
Now show us your collection.
Not so fast. That was just a rehearsal. The main event awaits. Kaitsev. It's great that we get him right after he joins the team as a like loading screen. I mean, Alex, I was just talking about him, who was with me on the last stream. He sent me this like meme video thingy that's like if real life had loading screens, and it's just tips like I don't even remember them, but they're. I'm doing it again, alright. Morgan, you can't explain a meme to someone. You either show them or shut up about it. Alright, I shut up about it. But I did see the... I just lied. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna explain the meme, y'all, without showing you guys. But it is the best fucking meme I've seen ever since that Torgal, my wounds, boy. The little, it's in the... I rambled on about this and then put it in the description of one of my YouTube videos of the playthrough. Anyway, best meme I've seen since that. And it's like a little astronaut dude, and then there's a little alien, and there are 4 rocks, like, on the floor. And the alien goes, there are 10 rocks. And then the astronaut goes, oh, that's interesting, use base 4. Well, see, I use base 10. And the alien is like, I use base 10? What is base 4? And that is all I shall say. What makes it so fucking great is that, it's a math thing, but it's brilliant. I'm just thinking about it. I love it. Anyway. Why, hello there. Hi, Dio. So, what is this collection of yours, eh? I'll tell you on one condition. Did I just... Yes, I absolutely did. I'm sorry, y'all. We've just gone through this. Alright. I'm all over the place tonight. Jesus. Well, technical issues, I can't really... I can't take the blame for that, can I? But this was all me. This was all me. Truth is, I like loading screens, because then I can just shoot the shit with you guys. Whereas when we actually play the game, you need to focus and play the game. Hey, Llama! How are you doing, man? Thanks for popping in, Llama. I've been, I've done it again, haven't I? I've kind of disappeared from Twitch for a few days there. I'm sorry, bro. I was saying Raiden earlier, just, real life stuff. Nothing bad, just, But yeah, I'm around. You guys never worry. Actually, I don't know if Raiden's still around, but know that you're here, Llama. I think we should set up a Knights of the Round Discord so that we can all talk to each other, either when none of us is streaming or when just one of us is not able to reach Twitch or whatever. I don't know, I'm just saying. I guess I'll try and catch a Ricky stream at some point and ask him what he thinks about that, and then we can set it up. And I hope it's okay with all of you guys. I know Jill does not like Discord and does not use it, so I guess we'd also need to ask him, but I think he'll be alright with us having a Discord, even if he can't be on it. And then of course we will just tell him whatever happens there, if that's important, if that makes any sense. Anyway, food for thought. So, what do we do? Well, that's easy. We fight. I'm dying to see that collection. We don't have much of a choice. Don't we, Cloud? Do we really need to see the collection? We don't even know what's in the collection. This is so weird. You people are weird. Shall we begin? Let's get this over with. Sorry, I'm great, Llama. I was just saying this has been the greatest day. It's ridiculous. There's this Tayel Ortiz showed up earlier on stream. It was the first time he discovered my stream. We talked about a bunch of shit. He's from Argentina. He's a Final Fantasy nerd like me. I'm sure he wouldn't mind me using the word nerd because he knows so much shit. He taught me a bunch of shit about Final Fantasy I didn't know or didn't realize, which was great. And then one of my really good real life friends actually created a Twitch account. And like my little, nickname for her is DC, and her Twitch name, her Twitch handle is DC Support Morgan. and she hopped in to say hi. You know what I'm saying? It's been the best stream ever. I love it. I'm having fun. So yeah, great fucking day here. And it's great to hear that you've been doing alright too, man. What time is it? Oh my god. It's 1:45. I'm sure there's plenty of Easter eggs in here. Like this robot is probably a reference to something. Is this Crash Bandicoot? Maybe? Oh no. Oh no. For sure there's Easter eggs in here, yo.
A spectacular performance indeed.
You think he has any huge materia?
Quite impressive. Whoa, this is amazing. So beautiful. I'm glad you all like it. Please take your time and look around.
Man, he sure is pushy. Yeah, but look at all this. There has to be something that interests you. I mean, it's such an incredible collection. So yeah, I'm looking at the little... Can you guys make out what these are? Because again, I'm sure there's Easter eggs in here. I have no idea what the fuck those are supposed to be. I'm seeing a person like bending down and we're looking at their asses with this one. Somehow I think that's not what it is. Is it just supposed to be modern art? No, because this looks like a ramp, right? I think it's supposed to be figurative. I don't know. Yeah, it's not bad. Whatever. I think that came from the reception area. Come on. Alright, y'all. It is 11:45 here in France, which means we have 1 hour and 45 minutes to go. And if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna take a real quick break. I'll be back in like 5. And I really hate that I can't, you know what? Should I? No. I should not play with fire, Morgan. Cool fucking 14 screen thingy that I've got. And then we'll switch back when I get back. And I'll try and make it as seamless as possible for you guys. Break screen. There we go. Alright, y'all. I'll be back in a minute. Look at this shit. Numa. And here I am. Beautiful, right? And now I'm gonna turn it off because it makes everything lag like crazy. But how is it that that's actually I don't understand. I feel like I need to move my camera around depending on whether I'm using the cool Sorry about that, just a minute, it's gonna get weird for a minute. I don't know what you guys see actually when I switch, when I change the fucking setting, whatever thingy. Ooh, that's not good. No, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Alright, we're back. We are back. Lama, Rishan, from Numa, thank you so much for your feedback. We can't see shit. Oh god, no, fuck. Alright, that happens sometimes. Let's not freak out. While I'm trying to work this out. Shit. There we go. Here I am. Alright, alright. And see, like, I'm a lot... Or is it just me? I don't know. I feel like the camera angle is different, which is pretty fucking crazy because it's like the built-in camera from my gaming laptop, so I don't understand how possibly software could change the angle, but never mind that. Thank you guys so much. I love that you love it. I'll quick, like I asked Krieger and he gave me a thumbs up, and Morm said it was great too. But what I worry about is that all those really cool things are 14 themed and not 7 when I mostly stream 7 these days. So yeah, I don't know. Is it weird that it's from a different game? It's still a Final Fantasy, right? In any case, we can't use it when we play Ever Crisis. And but I'm very hopeful that we can use it for when I stream Rebirth or OG. So we'll try that. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump right back in, y'all, because The clock's a ticking, and I really want to finish the seven story. We've got 2 more main sections to go through. I'm guessing. Yeah, no, we definitely did that one. Incident in the Golden Paradise, the work of a gun-armed man. It's a we're on the loading screen here. I've said this a lot of times before, but there's a lot of Berserk, the manga reference in Final Fantasy VII. Cloud's, you know, the ridiculous size of Cloud's sword is obviously a, you know, what do you call it? A wink, a nudge. It is in honor of Guts from Berserk, but actually even Barret and Dine, the whole like gun arm thing, is also a Berserk reference. So 7 was, in many ways, a, you know, Berserk love letter. Which I think is really cool. And I've been reading Berserk lately thanks to Kogonatu, who was here on stream with me. And it's a great manga. It's so fucking dark, man. Shit. But it's great. It's great. The fuck? They're dead. What? Why? Get the oh fuck. A dead person, and it's not a Shinra trooper, and we're not the ones who killed him. Did Sephiroth do this? Easter egg potential again with the fucking portraits there. No, it's not him. They're all shot, and Sephiroth would never use a gun. I'm sorry, I realize I say the same thing when we go through the different versions of the game, but then again, you know, this is the, comes with the job, doesn't it? But I love how Cloud is so very, you know, like, categorical about shit Sephiroth would or wouldn't do. Llama, I really like the transition, I really like the transition screen. It's still Final Fantasy, and you can always just say it's homage to the FF game you like the most or played stream first. Yeah, thank you so much for saying that, Lama. That's exactly the kind of feedback I was hoping to get from you guys. So thank you for saying that. And yeah, that's what I feel like, is that I am a 14 player, and I love 14. And so yeah, to me it makes sense to have that theme even when we're not actually playing or streaming 14. I just hope it doesn't weird, you know, people out, or that they expect me to stream 14 because I'm using it. But yeah, if that's the way you feel, Krieger feels the same, Marm feels the same. I feel like it's a go. I need to work on making it work with Ever Crisis, but I'll try and do that at some point. But yeah, I'll definitely, if it works fine, and I do expect it will, we shall see with when I stream Rebirth and or OG, then yeah, I guess I'll keep using it. Thank you so much. Thanks for the feedback, Lama. You guys are the fucking... I love you guys so much. And yeah, I was saying, like, you know, when we see the... Like, when President Shinra has been stabbed by the Masamune, and Cloud is like, oh, it's definitely Sephiroth? Like, he's been dead for 5 years, but you know what? Nobody can use that sword. And I'm always like, not only is that a ridiculous assumption, like, sure, you know, you can't use a 3 meters long sword in combat unless you're fucking Sephiroth, maybe, but... Stabbing somebody with a 3-meter sword just means you need to be 3 meters away from him. Anybody can stab a motherfucker with the Masamune. So it's a weird thing for you to say, Cloud. And this is the same, like, oh, he would never use a gun. And, like, sure, you know the dude. I'll take your word on it, but... You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, what do we know? It is not Sephiroth because they've been shot, and Sephiroth does not use guns. I mean, maybe he did this one time. It's weird to just, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be so fucking... I'm talking them truths, y'all. Nobody can pick up that sword, and Sephiroth did not do this, because they've been shot. Fucking weird. Also, we literally see Tifa pick up the Masamune, so we know that, you know, it's not like heavy or anything. It's just a very long sword. You're weird, Cloud. Your boy crush is making you weird. Hey, what happened? Man, a gun on his arm. A gun on his arm? It can't be. Hold it right there and don't make a fuss. Did you guys do this? No, it wasn't us. I must have been wrong.
Hurry and run, it's gonna get ugly.
Hey!
Stop them! That is as far as you go.
Wait, listen. They were sent to Corel prison, falsely accused of the crimes carried out by a man with a gun on his arm. Alright, Corel time, y'all. So if you've been here since the beginning, this might be the first time that I actually need to pay attention to a fight. When this chapter was released a few weeks back, I had to, like, you know, I did not beat the dungeon, you know, on auto without worrying about. I had to actually, you know, like set up my equipment and material and shit, and then play on semi. But then again, my main gang is now level 80, and there's power creep happening anyway, so we shall see, we shall see. There's a chance that this might be my first wipe on those here streams where we go through the story mode. Or not. I don't know, we'll see. The group is sent to Corel prison, a place where escape is said to be impossible. There, they spot Barrett walking into an old rundown house. Did Barrett do this?
Didn't I tell you not to come here?
Just hold on for a hot second. We just want to talk. You'll understand if you hear us out. Same thing as in OG, like, who the fuck is that guy? Why did Barrett just casually shot him? What the fuck was that about?
I didn't want none of you to get involved.
Hi, this Cloud's Lane. It's too dangerous. I can't let you get involved. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we're already involved in this. You're my friend, Barrett.
You guys.
I heard that the murders at the battle arena were done by a man with a gun arm. Was that you, man?
There's another man that got a gun grafted into one of his arms. It was 4 years ago.
Barrett reluctantly begins to talk about the day Shinra burned Corel to the ground. He and Dine were out of town, but when they got word from the mayor, they raced home. However, they ran into Scarlet and some Shinra troopers who cornered them to the edge of a cliff. Stop playing around and cover me.
Watch out! Dine! Hang on! Listen to me! You're coming back to the village, you hear?
Yeah, I ain't letting go. We're going back. Everyone's waiting for us. Eleanor and Marlene, they're all waiting on us.
From then on, I couldn't use my right arm no more. I was depressed for a while, but then I threw away my artificial arm and got this gun crafted in. Got a new right arm to get revenge on Shinra, who took everything. I heard from the doc back then that there was another man who got the same operation I did. Except it was his left arm.
But Dine's injury was the same as yours, right? Yeah, he was deceived by the Shinra too. He'll probably join us to fight against them.
I wouldn't bet on it. I gotta apologize to Dying before I can rest in peace. And that's why I gotta go alone.
Do whatever you want.
Is that what you want to hear?
Well, I can't let you do it. We need your help to save the planet. I love that moment. This is kind of a turning point, right, in their relationship. Actually, we've had a few hints that Cloud does care about Barrett. But this is the, you know, it's a very strong moment, right, where he goes, and actually, you know, even that, like, do whatever you want, like, saying what you expect him to say, and then he's like, nah, fuck you, man, we're a fucking team now. You know, I'm gonna help you out with this shit, and then you're gonna help me save the planet. Because we're a team! I love that shit.
But
Barrett, this isn't the end. Weren't you going to save the planet?
You ought to know by now. I say that, but all I want is revenge. I want to make Shinra pay.
That's alright. You know, Barrett, I'm not so different from you. That's easier to understand. It's you, Barrett. So there it is. You're not alone in this. Again, such strong words coming from Cloud, right? Like, you know, I'm with you, bro. I love it. I love it.
I don't deserve you guys.
Anyway, come on. We need to find a way out of here and see Dine. So, you know, one interesting thing. Two interesting things. The first one is that, so, alright, Dine has been in Corel prison for a while, whatever. He's the one who shot all those people at Gold Saucer. How did he end up, you know, since Dio arrested all of us and is working under the assumption that Barrett is the one who... Oh shit, fucked its balls. Did I just... If that's the dungeon, we might need to actually change our team a bit. I'm sorry, I'll just exit it and then rework for a second. While I do that. So yeah, how did Dine end up back in Corel prison? How did he go up in the first place? Did he become like a chocobo jockey? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a little gray area here. And I guess if he's been running Corel prison for years, then maybe he does have access to Gold Saucer. But it's strange. And the second thing is that, you know, this whole, actually it's, if you guys haven't played OG or Rebirth, we get, you know, this is kind of the origin story for Barrett's gun arm. Like, he was holding his pal with his right hand, Dine's his left hand, and Dine's right hand was in there, you know, literally cliffhanger. And then Shinra troopers like shot at them, and like their hands got torn to shreds, and that's why they both have a gun arm. Now, the really interesting thing, is it the really interesting thing, Morgan? No, but you know what I'm saying, it's like, it's kind of interesting that I think there's a big, you know, like stormtrooper vibe going on with the Shinra troopers, if you know what I'm saying, is that, you know, they keep shooting at us, but we don't really die. Like, they must not be very good at shooting people. And I found it extremely interesting that they would, you know, that it would be Shinra troopers machine fire that would, like, you know, rip both their hands to shreds. And there's this whole thing of like, was it intentional? You know what I'm saying? Like, were they trying to actually kill them, but they were so fucking shit at shooting that all they managed to do was like shoot their hands? Or did they actually mean to do that? And if so, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, interesting. Alright, yo, for those of you who haven't caught me streaming Ever Crisis like properly, like actually hard content, we're not gonna go through the same kind of trouble that I usually go through when I'm about to do actual challenging content, but still, you know, somewhat, in that normally when you play the game proper, you're kind of supposed to, you know, like pay attention to what you're running and shit. And again, I'm just being a little paranoid because I struggled a lot with, maybe not a lot, I'm exaggerating right now, but you know what I'm saying is that the fight we're about to do, like the boss that we're gonna fight right now, I had to actually pay attention to, which, again, not bragging and not saying I'm so fucking good at Ever Crisis, I'm just saying, considering how much time, you know, I put into it, it is fairly rare that I actually need to pay attention when doing stuff like story content when it gets released. But this is one of the cases where that was the case. So that's why I'm being a little cautious, just making sure we get shit set up properly. Let me actually, so you can go check out the enemies you're gonna fight and their like weaknesses and shit. This dude, sorry, bit of a spoiler again if you haven't played through this, but yeah, this is like the boss that I'm talking about. He's weak against ice, which is brilliant because my Tifa can, you know, she can be ice Tifa. She can do anything. There we go. Alrighty, she's got, that's stupid. Sorry, I should explain for those of you guys who don't play Ever Crisis what I'm doing right now. So, you might have noticed it during fights, but sometimes there's what they call a stream phase, where an enemy is like readying an attack, and then you have sigils, so circle for example, that allow you to like interrupt him. And then, you know, those three little like sword up, circle sigil, each weapon has those things where the free materia you slot into the weapon will get, you know, like special effects tied onto them. And this one is the very best one we could get for this fight, is that when I try and interrupt a monster that is doing a circle sigil attack, then I get more bang for my buck. Like I'm gonna, you know, remove more circle sigil. This will make a lot more sense when we actually go through the fight, but I'm just gonna give her as much P attack as I can, because that's my jam. The best defense is a good offense. There we go. We'll just, you know, so I'm a Tifa main. Tifa's my best character by far. So we'll just, oh fuck's sakes. We'll just make sure that Tifa's all decked out and probably will be fine. I don't get this. Am I all the way to the bottom or what? Sorry about that. Queen up. Alright. Sorry, RF, but Tifa's got the priority on this shit. 4.6k. We can do it. This is, again, if you don't play Ever Crisis, it means nothing to you, but not bragging, but this shit is quite a lot. It is quite a lot, and we're not even done yet. Let me just make sure that everybody's got a circle sigil. Alright, RF's got a circle sigil. We're all good with that. And then, okay, this is probably the most, like, customizable aspect of Ever Crisis. If you ever play Ever Crisis for real, like try and tackle challenging content, this is where you'll spend a lot of your time. But again, we're not gonna, you know, like min-max shit the fuck out, because we'll be fine. Just gonna give her, so, alright, so, you have 2 weapons equipped, and then you have 3 sub-weapons, and they give you stat boosts, and most importantly, what they call R abilities, which are these. And so for instance, I'm going to put as much ice potency on Tifa as I can, so that she really fucking, you know, murders the motherfucker last boss thing. And the interesting thing, where it gets, you know, a little mathy and interesting and strategic, is that for each of those R abilities, you have different levels that will bring you to, you know, that will give you more. Here you go. So right now, I'm at plus 70% damage on all ice attacks, and the goal is to go as far as possible. And what determines your level of R ability is how much points you get. And then each weapon I will equip on her will give me a certain number of points. So natively, this sword right here has 36 ice potency, but since it's a secondary weapon, this will be divided by 2. Now, people like Raiden, they can do this sort of math, like, instantly. I don't understand how. In my case, I just kind of, like, you know, try shit on. So I'm gonna put every, like, the very best I can for now. We have a P attack here, which is pretty nice, because my P attack is not capped yet. And so then the question becomes, alright, I'm at level 7. What I needed for that was 55 points, and I have 61 equipped. So if I actually change the... Oh, wait, did I... Sorry. Let's go back to that. Alright, I'm at level 8 and 74, and we don't need to actually do the thing. But just in case you're wondering, one of the main things you have to tweak when you want to actually play the game is that it's not worth, you know, putting another weapon to work towards the same R ability if it will not bring you over the cap, right? It's like discrete, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking
quantum mechanics shit, right? So let's say that right now I'm at 74 points, which is great, but if I were at, actually it's kind of shit. Okay, this is a good example here, is that if I were at 66 points, I would get the exact same ice damage boost as I do now with that other weapon. So I might as well, you know, use another skill that's useful to me. Again, this is both a good and a bad example because I do want to be on that next level tier, and I also get P attack up, which brings me up one more level. Anyway, we're gonna stick with that setup, but yeah, I hope that made at least a tiny amount of sense, especially if any of you guys is not yet an Ever Crisis player and kind of wants to try it out. But again, yeah, if you want real fucking Ever Crisis gameplay and thinking about strats and shit, I can only encourage you to check out all the wonderful streamers, all my Knights of the Round brothers and sisters. There's a bunch of us that stream Ever Crisis, like actually play the game on stream, and there's a lot of, this community is fucking wonderful, and there's a lot of, yeah, like discussion in chat with people helping out to set up your character and beat fights and shit. It's incredible, it's incredible. There's this clip by Ricky, his Twitch handle is CrankyAsian1, and he spent, fuck man, hours on the fight, and then actually beat it, and there's this clip of just when he gets the clear with the help from the community and shit. It was a great moment. I was actually AFK, like I've been watching him try the same fight over and over and over again for hours, and then I went AFK for like 2 minutes, and that's when he beat it. But luckily I could check out the clip. So yeah, if you guys like that sort of shit, definitely check him out. Also, if somebody shows up, the chat is gonna be super weird. Let me let me just, there we go. All right, let's talk to the folks here, find out what they know. So like always, since again, you know, like this, it's a weird thing we're doing here of going through the story again when I've already cleared everything. So the all the chests have been opened and shit because I've, you know, I done did this dungeon before. It's just doing it again for the stream, if that makes any sense. The nice thing is that unlike when I play hell monsters, when I play Rebirth, you know, I want to do all the side content and shit, and when I play OG it's even worse because I'm trying to get the perfect save, so sometimes we spend hours just like stealing some random item that we're never gonna use. Thanks for the help. We don't need to worry about that here tonight. No problem. Maybe you can help us too. Where's Dine? I need to find him. Dine, huh? Then you... Never mind, I don't know. Then, can you tell us how to get out of here? Your friend just asked me that. Like I said, I don't know. What do you mean? You want a pardon, right? That's why you're looking for the boss? What? You're telling me Dine is the boss of this prison? Talk to Mr. Coates, okay? He's the one you want. Okay, bye! So, if we talk to these Coates, he'll lead us to Dine. Sounds like it. Come on. I love this game so fucking much. I love the graphics. I love that they went and like recreated every single, not every single, but you know, so many of those areas, levels, whatever you want to call it, from the other 7 games. I love it. I love Ever Crisis. Okay, I was telling you guys earlier that when this chapter was released and I actually went for this dungeon the first time, I had a bit of a struggle with it. To be fair, there's also the fact that Kitesef as a character was added at during the same patch, right? And that means, and you know, I don't know if you guys noticed, but you have to have
Kitesurf in your party if you want max rewards. And my Kitesurf back then, you know, like it was day 1, right, after the patch. So I had to carry a character that was like super low level, which is not the case now, or is it 70, but we shall see. Llama, I'm thinking about getting all weapons and at least 1 copy of each materia in OG7. Yeah, man, that's what I've been doing with the, so my playthrough that I stream sometimes on Sunday is so it's more than that. I don't want just 1 copy of every single item. I want a perfect save, or 1 definition thereof, where, you know, I want, yeah, so items too, so random fucking, you know, accessories, or even, you know, all those usable items in OG, like fucking ghost hand and shit like that you never actually use in practice, at least I never do. I want 1 of each of those, and so I've been, yeah, I've been working on that, and I've seen, so doing research for, you know, all the stuff I don't want to miss, I've seen that there are many people that have attempted what they call a perfect save of OG7 is actually having 99 of every single item in your inventory by the end, which is crazy, man, crazy. But yeah, I think it's pretty nice. So I played through OG twice. Once when I was a kid, my first Final Fantasy game, fucking ages ago, literally decades ago. And then I replayed it with my cousin. We met every summer when we were teenagers, and like, you know, picked 1 or 2 Final Fantasy games, and then 100%ed the fuck out of it. And 7 was one of the first ones we did. But we didn't do it. That's why, you know, I'm doing it again because I want to refresh my memory and shit, and do this like comparison thing that we're doing tonight with Ever Crisis. But I did want, you know, like a new challenge since I'd already 100%ed the game. Again, like the way my cousin and I, you know, like we set out some objectives for us and what we wanted with our save, and we achieved that. I wanted a new challenge, so that's why I'm going for that like perfect save thingy. Llama, did you farm the 1 enemy in the train tunnel? If I remember right, there is an encounter there that has an item you can only get from them, I believe. Exactly! Yes! It's funny, like, when I was saying ghost hand or whatever the fuck, that's exactly what I had in mind, Llama. And so, yeah, I did. And the funny thing is that, so I'm playing it on stream, right? And when I was streaming it, I went through the train graveyard and actually forgot to get that fucking item, and then saved. And back then, you know, I only need the 1 save file, and I just, like, overwrote it every single time. So I had to redo like 2 streams worth, so this is like 7 hours of playthrough, just to go back and get that item. And it's not even the only time this happened. Like, I've often messed up on stream and missed something, or, you know, I'm also trying to get Barrett for the dating scene, and, you know, this is very unforgiving. Like, you really need to pick the right dialogue options and shit when it matters, and I've messed that up a few times as well. So yeah, I keep like streaming OG, and then I kill the stream, and then I go back and redo everything I just did with just that 1 tiny difference, or that 1 stupid fucking item that you need to steal from obscure monster number 17. But yeah, I did get that one. And yeah, I talk about this shit a lot when we play OG, but like, it is so fucking unforgiving, man. And I feel like in modern games, at least in modern Final Fantasy, since I mostly only play Final Fantasy, you don't really get that anymore, where, you know, like, if you miss something, you're never gonna be able to get it back anymore. And in OG, it's like all over the place, man. There's so much shit. Or even vendors, like in the very, in fucking Sector 7, there's a dude that sells an accessory that's not even good, even at that level, and if you don't buy it from him, you can never get it in the game again. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy, but I really like it. And also, you know, like, beyond the whole just like, oh, like, I want to challenge for myself for my new playthrough of 7, I find it really interesting, again, you know, like, thinking about the humans behind the fiction, right? The humans behind the art, all the devs, all the people that worked on this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody actually, like, went and created that item and everything. And I feel like it's, in a way of honoring their work. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to pick up every single obscure little item is making sure that, well, again, like, plenty of people have done it with OG7, but, you know, I feel like I sort of almost a pilgrimage type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see every single thing you guys coded into that game, because I love you guys, and I'm thankful and grateful for the work you've done. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I think so far, so I'm also at the right after the gold saucer in my OG playthrough, and I do believe that so far it is a perfect save. I haven't messed up anything. And yeah, after that fuck up with the exactly what you were talking about, the fucking ghost monster in the train graveyard, what I'm doing now is, you know, I save on a different save slot every single time I save, just so that I can go back. When I realize I've missed something, I can go back right before it and not have to redo the whole game. But yeah, it's been a bunch of fun. I've really enjoyed it. And again, it really changes the way you play, right? Like, you're always on the lookout and shit. I like it. Makes sense. I'm wanting to beat all the super bosses in every FF game. That is sort of my, also, again, man, fucking, what do you call it? Great minds, Llama. It's one of my, you know, like the bucket list of my life. Like one of the things I really want to, and I don't think it's achievable, but definitely work towards, is 100%ing every single Final Fantasy game. And I'm slowly working my way through the list. And I'm gonna, you know, I think, again, it's weird and it's niche, and you need to be a Final Fantasy fan like us to even, you know, understand, or not understand, but like, what I'm saying is that I do believe that, not bragging, I'm just saying, I don't think there are many human beings on Earth who have played and 100%ed as many different Final Fantasy games as I have. And not many is plenty still. There's hundreds of crazy nerds like me. I'm not saying I'm special. I'm just saying, you know, like, yeah, I've been working on that goal, the same goal you have, Llama, for years now. Essentially, I don't actually remember. I remember when so again, OG7 was my first Final Fantasy, and it definitely, like, there was, you know, something happened. I knew that shit was my shit, and I wanted to play all the other games and stuff. I don't remember a specific point in time where I went like, alright, you know, this is one of my life goals. You know what I'm saying? I just remember it being on the back of my mind always, at all times. But yeah, definitely, you know, for years, probably decades again. Maybe not decades, but more than 10 years, I've been slowly working towards that goal. Which is also why, and you know, some of my friends here sometimes get annoyed at me for that. Like, you know, I'm always like, I don't actually like playing video games that are not Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy related. Because the way my thinking is that we only have a, you know, finite numbers of hours to spend on Earth, at least in this incarnation, let's say. And that means that every single minute, and you know, of that finite number of hours you get to spend awake, there's some percentage that you're willing or that life, you know, is good enough to you that you can dedicate to video games, right? And so in my case, whenever I'm playing a video game that's not Final Fantasy, I always feel like it's time that I'm wasting because I'm not working on that lifelong goal of 100%ing every single Final Fantasy. I realize how fucking weird this sounds, but you know what I'm saying. I'm sure Llama, at least Llama, I'm sure you get me. And it's yeah, it's kind of the way I've been approaching gaming against for as long as I can remember, is that it's also why I mostly play Final Fantasy games or Final Fantasy related games. Because yeah, there's so much there. And again, you know, like, I've been doing this for over a decade and I'm not done. I haven't, even the mainline titles, I've never finished 12, yo. I've never played the After Years that we were talking about earlier. You know, there's still so much content just within the Final Fantasy franchise. And don't even get me started on Dissidia and Crystal Chronicles and fucking Tactics and all those, like, spin-offs. Anyway, it's a lifelong, you know, it is my life's work. Again, I know it sounds weird, but you know what? It fucking is. That's also sort of what I started streaming, right? Is that I wanna share this. I'm so fucking glad that, you know, that you guys are here to share this with me, and especially when I have that kind of conversation, Llama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm not all that crazy, right? Like, Final Fantasy is fucking amazing, yo. It's fucking great. All right. I haven't seen you around these parts. You new here? Llama. 10 was my first FF. I've learned one thing from Final Fantasy. Efficiency is a super odd thing sometimes. Crystal Chronicles was amazing. Yes! OG Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube. Oh my god, man! And you know the funny thing? So my, story time. So my brother's a lot older than I am. And he's married, and his wife has a younger sister that's my age, exactly. Like, we have 12 years gap, right? And so, and again, so this is when Crystal Chronicles was released on the GameCube, so I'm not quite sure about it. Over a decade ago. And so, you know, like, my brother and his wife, and then Mathilde, her younger sister, would come, like, over to my parents' house for, like, a weekend or a week during vacation or whatever. And so I just hang out with Mathilde because we're the exact same age. We got along super well. She's an amazing person. Anyway, but you know, she wasn't much of a gamer back then. I think she might you know, I've had a period of her time where I think she played a lot of World of Warcraft at some point. I need to ask her, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, back then she wasn't much of a gamer, and I'm pretty sure she's not these days, but anyway. And so, you know, we did a bunch of shit. We were both very into horse riding, so that was a lot of what we talked about and thought about, and, you know. And then at some point, I don't even remember how we started, but I was like, yo, you know, there's this Final Fantasy game, and you can play it like multiplayer with the, and you know, it was the stupid fucking thing with the Game Boy Advance and the fucking cable, but the shit. My entire family started into this story. My sister was dating this dude, Ludo, at the time. Ludo was fucking amazing. I love this guy. He was a Final Fantasy nerd as well. And he had one of those little, like, clippy thingy so that you could play multiplayer on Crystal Chronicles. I managed to convince my mom to buy me one so that I could play with Mathilde. And, hi, cat! Welcome, my friend. And you know what? I'm seeing my chat right now. Earlier we were on Zeph's stream, and he was complaining about how every single one of us, Knights of the Round, have the same color for our username. And it's true that, like, you Cat, you Llama, myself, we're all purple. Fucking Raiden is pink. You know. But then again, my favorite color, I ain't changing. If you guys want to change, fine. I ain't changing. So yeah, anyway. My sister's boyfriend at the time lent me his thingy so that I could play with my sister-in-law, I guess you'd call her, or whatever. And, you know, like, I really didn't expect it that she'd like it, but she got so into that game. And then whenever we'd meet, you know, like, we'd go right into my room and fucking plug in our Game Boy Advances and play it and shit. And we kind of... So again, we were, well, not kids, but like teenagers? Yeah, early teens. And we'd get, you know, like, we'd sort of like roleplay, we'd create our characters and give them all this stupid lore, and then while we were playing, we'd talk to each other in the voice of our characters and shit. It was fucking amazing. It makes me want to just like write to Mathilde and ask her if she remembers that shit, because it was great. But anyway, all this to say, yes, Crystal Chronicles was fucking amazing. Llama, I changed teams and you're green now! Well, thank you, Llama. I think especially Zeph is gonna be super happy that you did that. And yeah, again, you know, I was half kidding when I said, like, I ain't changing, you guys are changing. I like purple. And I think Zeph was also kind of, like fooling around. I don't think he actually minds all this much. It's just, it's funny, right? It's funny that we all picked the same color. But yeah, thank you, Llama, for taking the, what's the phrase? Take a hit? Taking the hit for the team. Taking one for the team. Thanks for taking one for the team. You look good in green, brother, I must say. Are you coats? What's it to you? We want a pardon. Thinking your rivals can just waltz in here and ask for a pardon? What? But I might have a solution. Lend me a hand with my business and I'll get you face to face with the boss. You'll take us to see Dine? That I will. But first, you gotta go and take care of a monster we call the Cleaner. Llama, by the way, name my chocobos just for you. You make me so fucking happy, man. You know, again, I was only half kidding when I said I will not stop bugging you, Knights of the Round, with this until every single one of you guys has a chocobo named Morgan. And you did it too. I love you for that, man. Thank you so much. And Fukina is working. Raiden has a chocobo called Morgan. Andy has a chocobo called Morgan. Ricky has a chocobo called Morgan. Now you, Llama. I think Cat, have you named one of your chocobos Morgan yet? You know, no pressure, brother, but you know what I'm saying? You could be my fifth. You're my fifth Morgan chocobo. Imagine if, no, I'm going, but you know, like, you know, Applybot devs, like, West servers, whatever, are like, hey, something weird came up, like, there's all those people calling their chocobos Morgan. Who's Morgan? Is that a Final Fantasy reference? And you're like, I don't think so. Was there ever a Morgan in a Final Fantasy? There's actually Morgans in 14, but... Cat, not yet, need a good one first. Alright then, that is very fair, Cat, I will wait. And be honored to to have one of your first good chocobos named Morgan. You guys are the best. I love you guys. The bastard gobbles up anything and everything in the desert, leaving no trace behind. One of my packages is in its belly, and I want it back. Alright. Time to go beat up the fucking worm thingy. In 11, the sandworm thing was so fucking great.
it was a so what we called H&M, high level notorious monsters. There were sort of like, you know, server wide races whenever one appeared and shit. Anyway, and so when you beat the sandworm, it actually swallowed you, and then there was this whole other thing that you had to do. Kind of like if you play 14, you know, the whole thing with the treasure maps, and then sometimes you get dungeons of treasure maps and shit. I feel is sort of the same gimmick, where there's this thing that's already pretty rare, and then there's this, you know, whole new content on top of that. So fucking good. I really want to, I've been thinking about it a lot, actually. So, story time again! I also named my other two chocobos Oiselle and Oiseau. Holy shit, man, this is... You're not French, Lama, are you? I love those names, though. I feel like your entire chocobo stable is... I'm not saying it's a reference to me, but, you know, I definitely... You're American. Right, that's what I thought, yeah, I love it. Clear to the north, so we're heading south. I love the, you know, that meme of the oiseau is such a perfect example of how fucked up French as a language is. Like, there literally is not a single letter in that word that is pronounced the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you usually pronounce those letters. Like, what the fuck? I don't know if you guys saw that video of, like, a taxi driver in the US who's talking to his client about French and the numbering system in French. In actually, not all French-speaking countries have the same numbering system. Like, for instance, in Belgium, they have a different one that makes a lot more sense. Like, we have a few numbers that we don't call the same thing, right? But in French, and I think most of... I'm not sure there. I do believe that most African country... where French is one of the national languages, they count the same way we do. Anyway, it's just ridiculous. Like, 80 in French is literally, if you translate it, c'est 80. It is like 4 20s, like 4 times 20. Like, what the fuck? And then when you get to 90, it becomes 90, 4 20 10. That's what it means. It makes no fucking sense. And so the cab driver, you know, goes on this big monologue about how the French numbering system makes no sense and shit. And then at the end, the client goes like, shit, what's 100? And the cab driver looks at him or her, I don't remember, and says like, I don't even, but you know, he's like, oh, it's 520s. And the client's like, you're kidding me! And the cab driver goes like, yeah, no, I'm kidding you, it's just 100. Which is true, like, anyway, brilliant. I did it again, I just explained the meme, I'm sorry. I can't help myself, can I? But it's really fun. And the French numbering system is so fucking ridiculous, I swear to God. There's so much, you know, about French as a language that I feel, and you know, so for a while there I tried learning Arabic, and I had kind of this, it's the only other language that I've dabbled in that gave me the same feeling of like, were you guys actively trying to make this language as hard as you could? You know, like, there's so much shit in French that makes no fucking sense, man. Alright, so in French every single word is gendered, right? Like, this is female. A gourde, what do you even call that? That thing, you know, is a female word. A pen is a man. A lighter is a man. A chair is a woman, and a table is a woman, but a stool is a man. You know, or when I say man, I mean like male, in terms of gendering, in terms of language. Anyway, that's already absurd. Like, say fucking and it actually is a big problem for west. So I want to head east. Sexism. Because of this, so because of a great many reasons, not just that, but you know, French as a language is extremely sexist, but you know, having words be gendered really does not help, and in many cases you have this stupid thing where things get associated with genders and shit when there really should be no reason, just because again, like, grammatically our language is kind of fucked when it comes to gender. But yeah, the funny thing is that there are a few words that swap genders, whether it's singular or plural. I shit you not, people. Okay, so my favorite example is love. Amour. Un amour. One love is male. But two loves is female.
and you actually need to like sort of like go out of your way to hear it. But if you say something like a delicious love, un délicieux amour, that's male gendered, but two delicious loves, deux délicieuses amours. And it's one of the funny thing where like, I don't know if you guys can tell, like I talk a lot of shit about my mother language, but actually do enjoy those quirks. It's, it just feels like a ridiculously, it's like the fucking Dark Souls of languages, right? Like it's ridiculously complex. And again, this comes with a lot of like socially, this causes a lot of what do you call it, discrimination and issues and shit. Like, I think there's a lot of downsides to it. However, when you are lucky and privileged like I am or was, and you get to actually, like this just is given to you, then it is enjoyable as well. And I really do love, those things. Like when I get a chance to say deux délicieuses amours, I fucking love it. And what I love is when people go like, you mean deux délicieux amours? And you're like, no, okay, it sounds the exact same because of the liaison. That's another thing. Anyway, you know what I'm saying is that sometimes you say shit and it sounds wrong, but you're actually right because French grammar is just fucking ridiculous. Lama, does it change context of what's being said? Change entirely if someone misgenders a word, or for the bottle, is there only the feminine name for it, like a masculine form just doesn't exist? Yeah, the latter. So each single word has a gender. So for example, bottle, say une bouteille, so it's female, and you couldn't possibly, or you can say un bouteille, so you can misgender an item or object, which actually happens a lot with folks that are learning French but who have a neutral gender in their mother tongue, as could be expected, because why the fuck would you gender a bottle? But you know what I'm saying. And it's fine, like we totally understand it if you misgender items or objects, unless you're one of those fucking fascist dicks that pretend they don't understand you when you make that sort of grammatical mistake that has no impact on what you're saying at all. But yeah, like it's totally fine, like we understand. But it is a thing that we like it tickles the ear, right? We can tell when words are misgendered. I don't even know if it's okay to use that word when we talk about items, but again, like it's French language makes it weird when I know this is a very serious matter when it comes to human beings, probably other animals too. And I'm not, don't want to disrespect or make light of a very serious topic. But yeah, when it comes to items and speaking French, then yeah, it's just each word has a gender. And so the funny thing is that for some items or concepts, we have several words to say the same thing, like in every language, right? Homonyms, I think you call them. In French it's that word. I don't know if it's a word in English, but anyway, you know what I'm saying is that you could call this a bottle or you could call it a jar. Well, I guess it's not really a jar, but you know what I'm saying, just for the sake of example. And so sometimes in French, two words that mean the same thing but are different will have different genders, because that's how fucked up everything is in French. Like, and again, it just makes no sense. It's just absurd fucking thing. And the funny thing too is that I don't feel like, and like having nieces and nephews that are very, very young, I don't feel like it's a thing we actively teach. Like, just when you learn how to speak French, then you learn the genders of every single item at the same time, if that makes any sense. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I only realized it was weird when I started speaking English and being good enough at English to realize that it was different, and that it made a lot more sense in, again, my mind, the way my brain works. Like, English is just ironically feels more natural to me than my own mother language. So bottle is feminine in context and jar is masculine in context as an example. No, that's the thing, is that it's not about context. Each word has a gender, and that gender will never change. Apart from those weird exceptions like love that swaps gender when you go to plural. But bottle, une bouteille, will always be feminine. Une jarre will always be feminine. Again, bad example because I can't think of one top of my head of like homonyms, two words that mean the same thing that have different genders. I know for sure there are examples. And if any of your frog eaters still in chat, if so, and you can think of a word where we have two homonyms that are different genders, that would be a better example for llama. But yeah, it's never about the context. It's just like, it's fucking set in stone that every single word, not word but noun, every single noun in French has a gender, because we don't have a neutral what do you call it, gender,
Not gender, but you know what I'm saying. Like it in English, we don't have that. It's he or she, il ou elle, and that's it. Everything has to be an il or an elle. And so if I'm talking about a bottle, and then with the context, I don't reuse the word bottle. Like you would say, this is my water bottle, and I've been having it. This makes sense. This is my water bottle. I love it. C'est ma bouteille. Bad example again. For fuck's sakes. I can't. You know what I'm saying though? Is that I would say she when talking about the bottle. If with the context you can infer that I'm talking about the bottle. Like my bottle is gendered. It's crazy, man. French is crazy. All right. Shit. Okay, it's all good. We got 45 minutes. I'm pretty sure we can finish the 7th story. How did I even start talking about this shit, yo? What am I doing? What is this? An earthquake? No, a monster. Huh? I don't see one anywhere. It's right beneath us. All right. Let's see. I kind of hyped up this fight, so I hope it won't be like a walk in the park. We shall see. I also struggled a bit with the, again, if you're not an Ever Crisis player, we get those dungeons in like story mode, right? And then, we get them again, like a harder version of them, just for, oh motherfucker, who's got the Azuna? You know what, I'm gonna leave it on auto. No, I'm not. What are you doing?
Get Tifa!
Idiot! F5. There we go. Alright, Tifa. Fuck his ass up. F4. I'm so not used to playing on Steam. Look at that! See? See what I was talking about, you guys? It's not trivial. Fucking Gates have fucking died. God damn. I don't know if he's actually immune to P attack and P def down. Alright, Tifa, do your thing. 25k damage, that's what I'm talking about. That's me, girl. Perfect. Just gonna turn off my camera for a second, y'all, but I am still here. Never worry. Oh shit. That was laggy as fuck, right? Or was it just me? There we go! We did it! Oops. What the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry, y'all. I am all over the place tonight. This is literally... I think this is the worst I've ever been at streaming. And ironically also one of my best, like, favorite streams so far. For all the conversation, the amazing love, and you guys are fucking great. Never thought we'd run into something like that out there. That worm must have sucked all this up. Alright, Easter eggs, y'all. What do we got? We got a wine bottle. We got goggles, a book, a toolbox, a pickaxe, and what in fuck is that? I do not know. I think that belonged to Mr. Coates. So that was the cleaner, eh? Thing gives me the creeps. Well, we got what we came for. Let's head back before we shrivel up and die from the heat. Huh? Here. We got what you asked for. Oh, thanks. Well, as it turns out, the boss is asking to see you. What? He told me to bring him the newcomers that have been asking about him. This is the first. Who the fuck are you guys? Ha! You should have just taken us to see him in the first place. Well, you got your wish now. Follow me.
Sephiroth.
Alright, y'all. Yes, this is our very last fight. Alright, we are actually gonna get through the story tonight. Despite all my rambling about technical issues and fucking French and how weird it is. And you know what? Boom. Kat, if you're still around, this is the same fight that we were trying to, or did you beat it? When Raiden showed up, I went back to Lurkin, so I don't know if you beat it. But how do I, there we go. MDef is decreased, PDef is decreased, I like that. But then again, I want as much damage as I can, so I think I'll just go, yeah, you're still around. I'm gonna do the fight that we were working on your stream earlier today. Oh, 80% or less, 2.5 damage, but then I don't trust him to hurt me that bad, so let's just go with that. And just for fun, since we had Raiden be all Raiden and give us insight on how to actually fight this game when you're a pro gamer like him, I'm gonna give him Bio. Close to getting it. Not yet, I'm leveling up, close to getting it. Yeah, you know, I'm sure you could get it with your Yuffie and with the tips, like the bio thing. Like, I'm sure you can pull it off. Then again, like, don't get me wrong, I do the same. Like, you know, that fight I was talking earlier about how Ricky beat B70 in Tower of the Citra after hours of trying and feedback from Raiden in jail and shit. Maybe some other of you guys. I was just watching. Honestly, this is way above my my knowledge of the game. But yeah, and I get that, and I find it again, like, you know, one of the biggest moments I've had on Twitch, and I missed it. But I totally get the desire to beat everything, you know, as soon as you can. But because of power creep, because this is a gacha game, it's definitely, and I do it for a lot of content, you know, like you did with this fight, Cat. Just go back to it when you're more leveled up and power creeped. I've been slacking on my Bahamut. I don't have the whichever it is that unlocks. I think it's X1 that unlocks part of the Bahamut, you know, grid thing. I just, and again, I feel like I was in the same place you were at earlier today, Kat, with this one fight. Is that I know I can beat it if I really try hard and have, you know, like, do everything perfectly during the fight. And I'm just like, I can wait for power creep and then beat it easily. And that's what I did with this specific fight.
Dine, is that you? Now that's a voice I haven't heard in years. A voice I'll never forget.
Fuck, he looks creepy as fuck.
I always hoped I'd be able to see you again someday. I knew you were alive somewhere, because we had the same operation.
Look at the, again, I don't like criticizing Ever Crisis because I love this game so much, but I don't know if you guys see this, what I'm pointing at with the mouse here, but you can actually see his hand. You know what I'm saying, like his sprite still has his hand beneath the gun. Then again, I don't know, maybe it's in-world, maybe it's Watsonian, and it's like, they got their hands all fucked up, but like, Dine still has a vestigial hand that he can't use, and he's got a gun grafted, like, on top of his hand, if that makes any sense. You know what, that's what I'm gonna go with. That's what's happening here.
Listen, Dine, I want to... I can hear her voice. What's that? It's Eleanor's voice, begging me not to hate your rotten guts. That's why I never hunted you down.
He's hinting at the fact that he can leave anytime he wants again.
I know I was stupid. I'm not asking you to forgive me. But what are you doing in a place like this? Why do you want to kill people who ain't even involved? Why, Dine? Why the hell do you care? You think the dead care? Is hearing Shinra's excuses gonna make people in Corel understand? All they give us is artillery and stupid fucking excuses. What's left is a world of despair and emptiness. I don't care about any reasons. Grunts in French. You still want to hear why? Alright, I will tell you. Because I want to destroy everything! The people in this city, the city itself, the whole fucking world! I got nothing left in this world. Corel, Eleanor, Marlène. Marlène. She's still alive. What? I went back to town. I thought she was gone for sure. I wandered around for a while. That's when I found her. Marlène. She's in Midgar. Let's go see her together. Alright? You know what? I was talking shit. It's not his hand, it's the little thingy with the ammo on his machine gun arm. Never mind. So, she's still alive? Alright, Barrett. Then I guess you and me gotta fight. What? Eleanor's all by herself. I gotta take Marlène to her. Dine, are you crazy? Marlène wants to see her mom, doesn't she? Stop, Dine! I can't die yet! Oh yeah? Well, my life's been over, ever since then. Stop it! I don't want to fight you! Shut up! It's you and me, Barrett! Alright! It's fucking on, Dine! I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to kill you, motherfucker. Actually, well, we'll see in a minute. No spoilers, Maureen, no spoilers. Oh my god, what the fuck does he have equipped? Yeah, that's alright. We gonna be alright. Oh, I forgot. I want to bio his ass. I never used. This is literally my first time using bio. And earlier on Cat's stream, Raiden was talking about how in Bahafrit you can poison Ifrit. I did not know that. And it's another one of these that I was talking about that like I've just been slacking on clearing the Bahafrit fights, even farming it, because couldn't be ours. Or rather, I just didn't have the time, right? When I have time where I can actually go and play Ever Crisis properly, there's so much more I want to do, if that makes any sense. You know, it's just not my top priority. Just keeping up with all the events and shit has kept me plenty busy, so that's really good to know. It makes me wanna start. Oh my god, I don't even have the the circle sigil equipped. I'm kind of worried actually, since I don't have my limit break yet. Just want to make sure I survive this. And that way we'll have the limit break. Finish him off with the limit break so he doesn't pop another fucking Molotov cocktail on us. I'm probably being, you know, what do you call it? Excessively conservative here. Which is not something you can lay at my door often. I don't tend to be excessively conservative. But yeah, but it's one thing, that's what we're gonna do. Boom. Good night, motherfucker! Good night, motherfucker!
I love Barrett so much. Maybe I should get the same tattoo as he's got, but I'm already tattooed here. But I guess I could get it here. The little face with the flames.
Stay back! I didn't just lose an arm back then. I lost something irreplaceable. I don't know where it went wrong. Dine. I don't know either, man. Is this the only way we can resolve this? I told you, I want to destroy everything! Everything. This crazy world. Even me. And what about Marlene? What's gonna happen to her? Think about it, Barrett. How old was Marlene back then? Even if I did go see her, she wouldn't even know me. And what's more, Barrett? My hands are too stained to hold her anymore. Barrett, give that pendant to Marlene. It was Eleanor's. A memento. Alright. So, Marlene's already, full, huh? What the? You bastard! Don't you ever make her cry. Dine? Dine! Dine! Dine, you and me are the same. My hands ain't any cleaner. I shouldn't be allowed to hold her either. Putain! The group receives a pardon for defeating the madness in Corel prison and returns to the Gold Saucer. Shortly after, they receive an apology letter and buggy, courtesy of Dio. Sephiroth is headed to Gongaga. Armed with a lead, they hop in the buggy and make their way to Gongaga. Alright, my friends. It is 3 past the hour. We have 1 more half hours, on my schedule. But since we're all done with the 7 storyline, I suggest we just call it. Let me bring back the beautiful.
And yeah, this is a wrap, y'all. So, all right. This always gets me. This scene, the whole Barrett backstory and shit. I wanted the Shit, man. As soon as I switch back, it glitches the fuck over. Let me just give you the transition once more, and then we'll wrap up. Yeah, this shit always gets me. I love Barrett. I feel like, y'all know I'm a Tifa lover, for sure. And I love Red 13 as well. I'd say they are my 2 favorites amongst the main crew. But Barrett has a lot of, I identify with a lot of Barrett's, shit. And yeah, this whole sequence always is, like kind of special to me. But anyway, this is it. This is the we've finished, or we've caught up with everything that's been released so far in terms of the 7 main story. So that does not mean, however, that I'll stop streaming. I'll stop doing those Ever Crisis stream where we just go through the story, because like I was saying at the beginning, I want to go through First Soldier in the same manner with you guys, because it's become extremely relevant because of Rebirth. So we'll be doing that. I'm guessing, so Tuesday is Rebirth. Next Sunday, y'all, there's a small chance I won't be able to stream, but I do think I will be home in time, but it's not a given. But if I am home in time, I think it will be OG time. Might change, I don't know, again, if, like, because OG takes a lot of prep, because of what we're talking about with Llama. Like, I want my perfect save, and that means I really can't mess anything up. So I might just end up playing some Rebirth instead. Anyway, we shall see. I'll definitely be on Tuesday evening, and I'm hoping to do another, like, a proper Ever Crisis stream at some point. I've got a bunch of shit I really need to clear, like Hummus X3, the current event, and I need to get in touch with Ricky. I was hoping he'd start streaming actually, so that we could raid him and then I could ask him. But I sort of, I don't know if he's cleared the, I don't know if you guys have seen Ricky stream lately, and if so, if he's cleared the crash for the current event. But I'd be really down if he's down. Again, like, I need to hit him up and talk about that. But I really love for us to do like a stream together thing where we try and get the co-op crash done together. And we've only got, how long do we got? A few days left on that event. So 3 days. If we want to do this, it will be in the very near future. Anyway, thank you all so much, all of you, for being here tonight. It was lovely. I really believe this is one of my favorite streams ever. You guys were fucking amazing in chat. I learned a bunch of shit about Final Fantasy. We talked about so much crazy and random shit. Fucking French language, man. All of that. So yeah, thank you all, beautiful people. I love you all. And with that, my friends, I see there's no other Knights of the Round streaming. You guys in chat, any of you Knights of the Round planning on streaming? If so, we can wait a minute so that you set it up, and then we can raid you guys. And if not, then yeah, this is the end for tonight. Thank you all for being here. It was lovely. You're beautiful people. I've said this before, haven't I? But I mean it. That's fucking, I feel, like, rejuvenated. I feel fucking great. Thanks to you all. So, thank you all for being here tonight. I always forget to do this. If you guys are watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed, please do hit that subscribe button. It does mean a lot. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then please also come hang out on Twitch so that you can join in the fun live. And for all of you guys that are here right now, have a great night or rest of your day or morning or whatever it is. This is Morgan Zaynan signing off. Be kind to each other, play more Final Fantasy, and eat less animals. I love you all. Good night. Well, good night. I'll see you guys if any Knights of the Round starts streaming, but anyway, bye-bye for now.